Hello everybody, welcome back. We are here again. It is a Monday morning and you know what that means? It is Tarkov time! Hello everybody. Hello. I cannot pronounce your name. I'm very sorry, person on YouTube who's writing in Cyrillic because I don't know Cyrillic characters, but hello to you. Hello Sarkis. Hello Walters. How's it going, man? And Anno. Yes, the classic plus. The plus of, is the multi-chat working? Who can tell? Whoever really knows? But yes, we've got it in. It's all good. Now it does seem to be doubling a little bit. Why is this? Why is this? Ah, it's because I've got it open twice. Let me close that. There we go. That should fix it. That should stop the doubling up. Let's hope anyway. Let me try another classic plus. There we go. That seems to work. Yo, how's it going? Yeah, so it's actually coming into summertime in I'll be a bit. I have 5 ads. Oh boy, that's I'm very unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. Hello, Blind Shot. How's it going? Deep. People were saying that Interchange is stuttering after the patch. Well, we shall find out. I've not played Interchange since the patch. We'll have to have a look. How's your day been? It's been okay so far. Yeah, it was... had a bit of a late night last night. I was like trying to finish something and figure something out, but we got that done in the end. And then, yeah, today so far has been alright. I've just basically been editing and stuff, working on the next video. As usual, as you might imagine. Right, so this is kind of screwed up. If you go in the wish list, it doesn't really work for filters for some reason. Ironically, that we're looking at water filters and it doesn't work for that. But if, yeah, you have to select it and go into here first. Oh, 40! Oh, well, 100 is still really cheap. We'll just buy a couple of these guys. Someone screwed up. Right, let's just whiz through this. So, yeah, what we're going to do. So, the reason today why we're going to be getting on and doing a bit more long line on Interchange. Firstly, because of the audio patch, which I haven't checked out yet. Secondly, because of the fact that we've got to do the quest. And thirdly, because I did actually finish the assessment part 3 over the weekend. Because what I'd expected to do was I was going to hand in... Basically, I crafted all the stuff in here, right? So you have to craft these guys, and you have to craft these guys. I had the SJ9s already, so I just handed those in, but I had to craft a bunch of these. Now they're only an hour each or something, but because I was like with the family and things, I actually ended up not being on enough to go and craft all the stuff that I needed, which is actually kind of dumb. What's this? Oh, crisis. Oh, quite, yeah, but that's like meds, isn't it? I don't need to hand these in now. This is not very relevant. It's like 97k. Oh, you can get SG9s from this. So if you wanted to do, you could get SG9s here and hand them in for the other one. Okay, that's kind of a cool, interesting little mix. We're not going to worry about that for now, though. So, yeah, I handed everything into Mechanic. We did his task assessment part 3. But what I forgot about was that there is a 24-hour delay before the next part. So, yeah, so the key to the tower is a 24-hour delay after assessment part 3, which is a bit of a shame. But what we need to do for that is we need to find 2 pieces of plexiglass. Like, we can start doing it now because it's a find and raid task. So you have to find 2 pieces of plexiglass, which I'm pretty sure I do. Yes, I've got 2 of these. We've got to find 1 insulating tape, so we need a blue tape. We've got to find 2 military... Actually, we don't need to find 2 military circuit boards. I should probably craft them in here. You can make them. It is this one. So we'll craft these. Can make that. No problem. You do need a military COFDM, another one. They're obsessed with making you find the same item like 50,000 times, which is like really annoying. But we got really fortunate. We found an extra one the other day, so we don't need to worry about that. And we need to find a working LCD because I don't have a working LCD amongst all of this gubbins, which is slightly unfortunate. I think I just always sell them. Like, I've got 2 broken ones. I usually try to keep a copy of at least 1 item because then if you have a find and raid quest, it makes it so much easier. But yeah, I don't have any other working LCDs, I don't think. Unless somebody could spot one. I don't think I do. So we need to find a working LCD, and we need to find an insulating tape, basically. And Interchange, I think, is probably as good a map as any for it, to be honest. So lovely in the UK. Yes, I mean, it's getting into actual summer now in the UK, which is pretty nice. And cannot complain too much. Pre-buy crafting material for several crafts. Make starts craft less tedious. Yeah. It doesn't matter. As long as you've got enough money, it's usually okay. What happens after the key to the tower? So key to the tower you have to do... And there's another 24-hour delay. I think for that one you have to go and like find... This is the one where you have to go to Lighthouse and you have to find the transmitter body. And you have to find it somewhere on Lighthouse. And there's like 20 different potential spawns. Then after key to the tower, you have to check if the transponder works. You have to do the thing. Then getting acquainted... What do you have to do for this one? Obtain the V3 flash drive, reflash the thing, hand it to mechanic. Yeah, that's it. And then you're into kind of the actual main quests. Not too bad. We're kind of close. But it's actually not that far away, genuinely. It's not going to take that long. Binaural is still trash, keeping it off? Nah, no way. No way. I can't play with binaural off. There's no chance. Even if there's some problems with it, non-binaural is just so bad for me, man. I just can't understand what anything is. Doesn't make any sense to me otherwise. I mean, people are buying it higher, aren't they? For some reason. Hey, I'm back. Hello. Yo, hey Goofy, how's it going, dude? What's with all the manuals? The manuals, so the idea is, right, on Fence, if you look at info items, you can buy manuals from him. You see there aren't any here because people buy them quite quickly. If you find manuals on him here, they're only 5,000 rubles because they've got quite a low in-game price, but they're a key component of this barter. And if you can buy them at 5k rather than at 15k, it makes a material difference to the cost, right? It's like it takes 40,000 rubles off the price of this. That's what the manuals are for, and that's why I've got loads of them, because every time I see them on Fence, I just buy them. I don't use the Redoute very often, the Redoute M, even though I probably should. It's genuinely an amazing armor, it really is. But you need to use like a light kit to go with it, otherwise you're just going to be super heavy, because it's 13.5 kilos. So you don't really want to use it with something like this. Like 5 kilos for that is maybe a bit much. I mean, we are really light here, to be fair. I think, yeah, because 13 kilos I think would probably take me over. If I put these just on my body. To be fair, this is quite light though, so maybe not. 13, that's going to 26. You know, maybe not, actually. Maybe not. Maybe we buy one. Maybe we buy one. Hey man, how are you? How's the new patch experience been? I've not played a massive amount because the patch kind of came out like over the top of me doing other stuff, and like I don't play much of the weekend, like if at all. So let's buy 2 of those. So, because that's like 40, 80, 160 plus the manuals, which then comes to 20. So that means that the whole kit, the whole armor comes to like 180, which for what it is, I think is really good. So that's 20. Okay, so we're not too heavy there. And then I've got these Thunderbolts somewhere, I think. Have I got any more stuff? Yeah, Thunderbolts. This is what these Thunderbolts are for. Because they're really light. They're one of the lightest rigs you can get. So 0.62, so we'll go with that. Soleil was really light as well. As is the Calox, which I've just got loads of because I just keep getting them off people. Yeah, so now we're actually underweight with the Redoute, which is amazing. We're not wearing a helmet though. That's actually fine. We can fix that, I think. Any more helmets I've got? They're just lying around. One of them. Yeah. Now, the real question is here. Let's try these razors. Now, the problem is I've seen lots of different people talking about audio. And I'm just not sure, guys. I'm just not sure. New sound is wacky. Getting acquainted as a 10-hour delay because you need to truck craft. Fair enough. That's huge. Yeah, it's good. Especially if you make a kit like this. Let's change this. If we're going to go interchange, I want something a little bit more robust. I have really been enjoying the Schmidt. Actually, let's see what I've actually got here. So, scopes-wise, I've got... I'm not going to go with this. We've got Elcans. I don't think the Elcan doesn't really justify the the Meta Mutant, which is basically what this is. Let's get ourselves a low Night Force, and then we can see what we've got. There's also, because of the way that the system works on the presets, I got asked this question the other day, like why I'm keeping all my scopes separate and not inside mounts and things like that. And it's just because if you've got stuff in other things, the same with suppressors and whatever, I've got them all separate now, at least as many as I can. I've been going through removing them all. Because if you have them on stuff, when you go into the edit preset, it'll force you to it'll say you have it, but then it'll force you to rebuy it, which I find really annoying. And if you go into modding instead, then you can actually just see all the scopes that you have, which is really nice. So I think maybe we'll go with, maybe we'll just go with the Voodoo for now, or Razor, I don't know. We'll go with the Voodoo. It's a classic. Just about to get back into his now significant holiday, but man, there's so much to learn. There is. Go try the GSSH. Well, you think they're good? The new hearing distance is such a trip. Oh man. Yeah, tech manuals are 5k, exactly. They're good. Com4s are crazy. I mean, Com4s are also like ridiculous though, right? Is that worse audio than something like an Alton? Nah, you can hear further, I'm sure. Look at these though. 220,000 rubles! What headsets you recommend after the patch? Dude, I don't know. I need to check it out myself. I've not had enough time to test it yet. So we'll go and figure it out. Okay. Yeah, we actually played labs last time because we had to kill raiders for assessment. And it was a pretty interesting experience. We ended up actually running out of ammo, which was like, that doesn't normally happen. We'll go this way around, that's okay. And that way around, because that one's slightly better. We will take some glasses too. I'm obsessed, by the way. I've called this latest case, I'm obsessed, because I am just obsessed with thick cases. I just think they're so fun. It doesn't even matter if they're disorganized or whatever, I just don't care. I've got more contacts here. I just love having thick cases. I've just decided that this is the thing. Like, I don't normally hoard thick cases. With this wipe, I've just decided, like, if this is the thick wipe. We're going thick. Oh wow, look, we took some names in the last. I can't even remember what we did at the end of last stream, but we really rinsed some people apparently. Do I need anything else for interchange? Money, just that. I normally just keep all this stuff in here because I can't be bothered to swap it out between different raids, and I'm never taking enough stuff in the sick case that it matters. Right, I think we look pretty sick, don't we? So we need to kill people for a long LAN. What else we got? Survive on the lab 3. Got to kill lots of people for a long line, and we've also got to get the stuff that I said we needed to get. That's streets. Oh, I kind of want to play streets though at some point. Well, we'll carry on with long line for now. Yeah, so we need to get. No, not streets. I'm already like trying to play streets by accident in my head. Yeah, we need to get a working LCD, and we need to get blue tape. There's new audio, like less broken on the rest of the map. So they updated the audio. So Interchange was not parameterized before for audio, and Interchange is now parameterized for audio. Right, so read into that however you want to. Apparently it is a bit better. Interchange, Reserve, they've like changed the audio a bit in some places that was bad. It's supposedly a bit better in some places, but not fixed in other places. And then there's some long-standing bugs, like there's a spot on labs, one of the stairwells on labs that's super notorious, that's just like unchanged, so I don't know. Apparently flashlights are good, I agree. First B stream? Hey, Nathan. What's your wild speculation on the next wipe? I think it'll be in a month. At least. I think maybe it'll be early July. So like 6 weeks, let's say. I think that's probably plausible. But I don't exactly know when that's going to come. It might be the second. I think they might wipe with the second technical fix or something. I don't know. People will mold, but... And then do the big content patch in December. I'm not sure. 2 out of 5 CMS? Oh yeah, that probably is too small, yeah. Because sell all Contact 2s. I tried the Contact 2s a little bit in offline mode before ScavTalk last time, and yeah, it did not feel good. So maybe it does just suck. I'm not sure. Streets today? I don't know. We'll see if we can get a bit of long line done. I would like to play more streets. I want to play more streets. I want to play more labs. Streets is probably the one that I need to play a bit more. Like labs, I actually feel that even though I'll probably be less successful on labs, I kind of know what to do on labs now. Do you know what I mean? Because I played it so much this wipe, actually. I spent like a whole month. I spent all of April playing labs, I think it was. Or March, I can't remember. It must have been April. Trying to find those stupid items. Don't go through buildings anymore, and you don't get blinded by them at 200 meters anymore, and you need to be in direct line of sight. I saw that actually on Pestely's video, that you need to be directly in the line of sight to get blinded. That's actually a really big change and really nice. If somebody's side on, it's not still just like the glowing orb of death, even if they're kind of like off angle to you. It's good. Holding off on playing until the new wipe works well with end of uni exams. No, fair enough. You bet was and is 1310, or however it's named, for wipe. But when do you think that's going to be, Deep? Yeah, because 1310 is that technical patch, right? That's the desync patch, I believe. Hope it wipes in a month. So please, they finally fix the audio of my favorite map, Interchange. This gun should be good. I mean, as long as we don't just get head tapped instantly. I should take a mill down really. What have I got on? I've got razors on. Razors. I mean, it sounds kind of weird. Not gonna lie. Everything's a bit tinny, but everything is contacts and all of them. So, except maybe the contact falls. which are just the nuts, it seems. I was nervous at this spawn. Okay, so let's go in. I'm like really low on stamina now, actually. Let's just get into this tree line. And we can get down into the actual mall underground itself. First raid after the weekend, so I'll probably be a bit rusty to start with. We probably shouldn't have gone in with such a crazy kit just right off the bat, but whatever. Who cares? It's fine. Should be alright. Yo! Doubtster, thank you for the resub, dude. Thanks for the 2 months. Appreciate it. I'm Prime. Ready? Okie dokie. Yeah, so we do need PvP, but we also just need to hit spots as well for loot. Like toolboxes in particular, industrial loot for the blue tape. I think it's the blue tape. Insulating tape's the blue tape, right? I think so. Not the white tape. I think that's just the other tape. But we need to go tech items shopping to go and get this LCD. I mean, I haven't heard anybody yet. That's a good sign. Gonna tell the secret testing arena with certain people on Discord. You can see arena people. You can see more like some like BSG crew people testing arena, or at least it says so on their profiles on Discord. Don't know how exactly true it is. Now, my experience previously was that Interchange was actually pretty empty. Or, we'll see. It's quite quiet. Did I turn it down? Maybe it's just the headsets are a bit quieter now. We need to get into a fight and actually hear some footsteps and stuff to decide whether it is actually quiet or not. You know, these don't seem as glaring either. Is it like all lighting that got changed? Guess it could have been. Now, the question is whether we go to Tech Light or Raz. I feel like Tech Light might be a bad idea, honestly. But we have to go up the middle to get into Raz. This is probably generally safer. Especially if we go around the back and take our time. We don't have to rush. Hit a few weapons boxes along the way to slowly ease ourselves back into the game. Do it. Interesting. Best budget headsets? I don't know. First time I've actually catch a Giga stream. Hey. Welcome, welcome. First to second you can still hear. I know that from basement to first. That's kind of okay, I guess. Like the context for the John's 200k? Waiting for a headphone comparison video. Yeah, there seems to be a lot of conflicting information about exactly what's happening, about which headsets are working, which ones aren't, about whether they affect the distance, whether they don't. Because BSG said that headsets now affect the distance depending on which headset it is, right, and the quality of each headset. Pestil's testing seems to confirm that. Some other testing that people had done seemed to be the opposite, and that it didn't make any difference. I think one peg came to that conclusion. It didn't matter. So it's a little tricky. Right, capacitors. This is one place where we might find those LCDs. There's a drill. Don't really want a drill. Yes, lamp. I'll take that. I'm ready to shoot. Some day, you know what? Some days, like, you don't feel ready to shoot. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know that when somebody appears, you're gonna be like jumped or whatever. I feel kind of like ready today. I'll probably die anyway, but you know how it goes sometimes. Right. Pest did some testing on his stream with respect to the distance. Yeah, he said it also seems to depend on whether they're walking towards you or walking away, which is just like crazy. Tac sports, M32s are the loudest steps. Oh man, it's just, who knows? Playing the game, you have to throw yourself into situations to practice. Yeah, you have to just get used to losing items. To be honest, that's the thing. You just have to get used to it. Just go with some cheap stuff. Prepare to die. And don't try not to worry too much. That is just how the game goes sometimes. Kind of stocks that. MOE. You know, MOE is not really very good. To be honest with you. They are... The butt pads are good, but the actual stock themselves are not that good. And I think it's a function of the fact that there's so many of them in the loot pool. There's like 4 or 5 different colours. Oh, what's that? PCB. There's 4 or 5 different colours, which means that there's actually like more of them than there are butt pads in the loot pool. So people end up with like loads of them. Just odd artifact of the way it ends up functioning half the time, I think. Okay. Alright, so let's go back down here. I wonder if that was somebody there at the far back. I don't know. Could have been. Kind of going a bit sprinty. Little too sprinty. Haven't really heard anybody. Oh, there we go. There's the working LCD. So where do we need to go? Railway. Yeah, because I'd rather not just get like destroyed by RNG. I'd probably rather just like take a quick safe loot exfil and leave with the item we need. I mean, they're not rare, but let's just do it. A quick in out. Nothing wrong with that. You know what? I did forget that I was buying S36 basically every raid for Interchange. We should do that again. Whoa, that was really far. Much further than I expected to go then. Actually, we'll go through here. And then run along. Don't like being along the front directly. I'd rather be a bit further up. Okie dokie. Why is Golden Star not finding raid when you extract with it? It is. It should be. When you buy it, it loses finding raid. Yes. If it's finding raid and you take it in, it's no longer finding raid. Yes, that's true. A mutant? Yes, we're using a mutant right now. I've got a couple of mutants that basically we got off other people. I think I have 2 that we found on Lighthouse. On some guys that we killed while we were doing assessment part 1, which was quite fun. I was using either the RD, the SCAR, or the M1A. I can't remember exactly which one each time. But it was good. Yeah, it was good entertainment. And I thought we may as well use the mutant, given that we've got them now. Because they are quite expensive guns, so, you know. We took them. Took them as our prize. Did you get a run through? If you found it in raid and it was finding raid, did you get a run through? If you get a run through, it deletes all of the finding raid. What's it called? Tags. Does Tech Light not require power? Tech Light is just a shop, so no. The Emacom, whatever it's called, Ultra Med, does, I think. Does that one? Actually, does that one require power? Does Ultra Med require power? I can't remember. I don't think so, actually. It's only Kibber, as I understood it. Kibber and then the weird coloured key, or not coloured, but the weird key cards, like the killer key cards, I think. Wait, what, audio fixed? Well, they've actually added audio to Interchange, finally. Well, not added, but they've parameterized the system for Interchange. In the last patch. So we're checking it out. I mean, it sounds okay so far. We've not got into any crazy situations, but... Gone from a safe? No, extractions with them insecure, it should be fine. If it was a run, yeah, if it's a run through, it deletes the finding raid. Like, no, it should be fine. If it was finding raid, then it shouldn't be deleted when you leave the raid. Unless you got a run through. It's the only time. Or you died. It's only if you died or got a run through. The audio fixed or even worse. I think the Interchange audio itself is probably better now. As I said, it's hard to tell for us right now, but just because we've like just gone in, like grabbed one of the items that we needed and then run out. So I don't know. We need to find some blue tape, or at least I'm going to go and triple check that it's blue tape that we need. I think it is. Do you use binaural audio? Yes, I do. I do. I don't ever use the normal audio unless there's big problems. Like I didn't use the binaural audio at the beginning of this patch because there were huge frame drops, and it was literally taking my FPS to like 50 and halving FPS on streets. It was really bad. So I turned it off right at the beginning, but I have it on as much as possible because binaural for me is just way better. I mean, your mileage may vary and different people have different experiences of it. But I just don't think having it off is sensible for most people. I just don't. Yeah, I agree. Don't overthink the negatives of the game. Parking lot extract requires... That's like one of the weird key cards, though. That's kind of what I mean. Start playing EFT with a friend. We keep losing whenever PMC show up. We just die and can't seem to improve. What's some tips to improve in PvP or chill raid ideas not to get unmotivated and poor? Play Street Scav together. That's fun and pretty easy. And you make tons of money. In PvP, like, if you're seeing people... So if you're not seeing people and you're just dying randomly, you need to work on your movement through the map and understanding the maps. If you're seeing people and then losing in the firefight, you need to work on either aim, like your gear loadout, like the bullets that you're using, something along those lines. Like, so, okay, so say you were like seeing people but you're not hitting, you probably just need to work on your aim, or at least like maybe your positioning as well, and trying to understand a bit about like more about desync and that kind of stuff. If you're then in a full-on firefight, you're hitting, but they're winning, then you're not using big enough bullets. I think that's kind of the sum total of like of what I would say. So it really depends on like what stage you're at. Like, yeah, if you get shot out of nowhere, most new players get shot out of nowhere and don't even know where it's from, and that's just a, you know, you need to learn the maps better kind of thing. Right, so we've got our working LCD. This is good. Stick that away. So now we just need, let's just make sure that it is right. So insulating. I think this is blue tape. Yeah, insulating tape is blue tape. So key to the tower requires 1 blue tape. Yeah, fine. Okay, so we're gonna have to go and hit some more like industrial spots now. Cool. Let's just quickly whip our kit back together again. Oh, sugar. We're doing this old meta min-max version of healing back up now, which is kind of fun. Oh, 44k. Look at that. So good. So we're going to get a water. We'll get a new one as well. Got our sugar up here. So we're going to use 15 of those. We're going to then use 10 of them. Oh, no. I ate it all. No, that's not meta. That's not min-maxing. That's just stupid. Damn it. I didn't mean to eat it. When you accidentally eat all the sugar out of pure hubris, that really does say something about you as a person, doesn't it? We'll settle this crap later. We didn't even fire. We didn't shoot the gun. Okay, so we'll go back to Interchange just to see if we can get some of these toolboxes. But we'll go into the different bit this time. Afternoon, Mr. Gigabeef. Hope you are well and the family. Yes, Alex Francis is doing good, man. Fourth wipe, just learning tech light doesn't require power. What would it require power for? Like, there's no door. Ultra requires power, Emacom, and Necros. What's Necros? Really enjoyed the latest ScavTalk lock back and forth with arguments between you and Churchy Boy. Interesting stuff. Yeah, we actually had like a bit of a disagreement about some of the secure container things and like the philosophy. It's really like a game design and principles thing, like what the philosophy is. For me, when we were having our biggest disagreement was about secure container, right? And my point was that I don't really care if somebody goes in and then every now and then they find a LEDX. So long as you fix the hatchling problem, I don't really care if you find if someone finds a LEDX and makes 1 million rubles in one raid. I don't think it unbalances the whole game. Like, he just disagreed with it on a conceptual basis, which is totally fine. Whereas I just don't really care so much. So it's interesting. I'll give you a shotgun. Okay, bogey. You died with an insecure. That removes the tick mark. It does. See, this is the thing, right? This is what I'm talking about. Finding raid is like the really complicated mechanic. It's a very annoying mechanic. Love to use scavs to practice combat, but literally haven't seen another human being. Try playing offline. Play offline mode. Yeah, like Christian's saying. Play offline mode with high amounts of scavs, because you get to use your kit infinitely. You don't lose anything. Game feels impossible late white with the base game because of how small the stash is. Not viable for me to keep any good chest armors. I'm actually making a video right now. Like the video that's coming out on Wednesday is going to be a video about how to start late. Like what guns and stuff. Basically it's guns, but it's guns and ammo to start late. Oh, I should have got SJ6. But damn it. Oh, well, this is actually okay. We'll go kind of towards the back. It's fine. Diabetes debuff. God, the sugar. Hearing is not great at that problem as well. That kind of sucks. Yeah, offline factory is a really good shout, just because you can play infinitely. It gets your eye in. Like that's one of the problems and one of the biggest issues that newer players have in Tarkov is you just don't get into enough fights to practice your gun skills. And like it's not like playing against a real PMC, but if you can just get used to the way that the gun flicks around, you don't have access to the shooting range yet, but you can use offline mode to figure out like how that works for the kits that you normally use. You can also use like like the best kits that you have without fear of losing it, which is kind of fun. But also, obviously, you probably want to be practicing with the kits that you're going to actually use most of the time, because it's just better that way. Now, I never go this way. I don't know, this is a bit stupid to go across the front here. Probably is, because if I get caught, I'm just like dead. What are we doing with the sugar and the water? So the sugar I'm crafting into moonshine, because I'm using that to barter for thick cases. What's that? A cat's tourniquet. And we'll just pick it up for the XP. Yeah, so I'm using the sugar to craft into moonshines. And the point of that is to use them as in the moon, like to make moonshines, which I'm then bartering for thick cases. The water I can craft into whiskies, which is another thing that you need to get if you want to use that same barter. So you kind of are sourcing both items from just like eating and drinking in general. Like thick cases just appear by eating and drinking in raid, which I think is pretty cool. Okay, we're not going to find blue tape in here, but we need to go back to... We kind of need to go like out the back to the other side where there's more loot. Industrial type loot. Eating whole sugar is one of the more painful things you can do. Yeah. Necros is one of the bedrooms on Interchange. I've literally never heard of that name. I always think this is an item, by the way. I always think that's an item, and it isn't. Okay, it's actually pretty dark. Let me just lean in a little. Thanks for the tips. How long does it actually take to get better at the game? It actually takes a lot of effort. Tarkov is one of those games that really rewards experience and playtime in many ways. So it's just so fulfilling when you do actually get some kills, but it can be really brutal for a long time. But that's what makes the game so special, right? There's like lots of people right now will just like complain about Tarkov and about all the problems, and like there are certainly issues. But it doesn't prevent the game from being still fun to play right now, as far as I'm concerned. Depends on the person. Some people just like can't take it and they don't want to play it like this. That's fine. For me, I think it doesn't matter that much. Maybe I'm just kind of a bit more chill about these things. Plus, I don't play constantly either. I spend most of my time making YouTube vids, so I'm not like on all the time, which is quite good. It's the white tape. We need the blue tape. You see, toolboxes are the way. That hose. Hoses are so expensive at the start of the wipe, and they're so cheap towards the end of the wipe. It's quite funny. Now, this is what I probably could do with a flashlight, honestly. I mean, we've got the gamma up. I've got the gamma up through onto my stream as well, so you guys can see what I can see. I set that to 100 on the 0. Did they actually fix it? I mean, it sounds better so far. I haven't heard anybody upstairs while I've been downstairs, and vice versa. I think like the basement to top floor, like some people are saying that basement to first floor is fixed. And I haven't heard anything to the contrary as of yet. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Any luck with the buffed rooms? I haven't tried any key rooms on Interchange. I need very specific pieces of loot for quests, and it's not things like LEDX and whatever. So I've not tried Ultramed or any of those kind of rooms. I'm not a big keys guy anyway, honestly. I'm not a big loot keys guy. Because you can get enough stuff just without going through the locked rooms. But a lot of people were saying that because marked rooms were buffed, that maybe some of the others were too. So yeah, I can believe it, maybe. One nice thing about Interchange is that it does actually perform really well as a map. Are flashlights fixed? They seem to be fixed mostly. The bug does seem to sometimes still be there, apparently. But they do look a lot better now. So I don't know. Starting late wipe use leg matter? That's kind of one of the points in the vid that's coming up. Yeah. Use leg matter to negate armor. It's an important point. There's a little bit of audio. We've just not really heard much. I don't know whether it's because we're not hearing anything, or that it is actually just very quiet. Like in my experience recently, EU Day has been very quiet on Interchange, especially if you're going around like these areas, because we're going in the looty bit, so we're not really in the PvP area. We're in the kind of like general industrial loose loot area, which is like nowhere near as hot normally, because people don't need to come here now, right? It's amazing at the beginning of the wipe, but people now are normally going to some of the higher spots. It's like the idea of someone finding an item, basically making it a dead item, putting it in a container. People try to leave, they find super high value item for the most part. But if it was just like free to keep it in the container, then you'd think, well, I may as well get some more stuff, right? Like, what's the point of rushing out with a LEDX when you know it's secured away? The problem is that there's a compromise to be had, and there's no way to square the circle entirely. You have to either sacrifice a bit of your survival matters principle and incentivize PvP, or decentivize PvP and make survival matter a lot. And there's really nothing you can do. You just have to make a choice between the two. And I feel that at this point, I feel that people do... I don't know. I feel that like the looter quester playstyle is still probably a bit too strong. I think it's a very good playstyle. And it makes the most money, and it's you end up with just like huge amount of resources doing it. Whereas like you couldn't really sustain yourself doing PvP. I mean, you could maybe, but it's just very hard. You have to be really, really, really good. I just think that should be viable. Like I don't necessarily care. I don't think people should be PvPing all the time. But if you want to PvP, I feel that it should be a viable playstyle. Okay, nothing in there. Going with different weapons, yeah, it's good. 1,000 hours in, I'm still not comfortable playing. Consistency is the key. It also depends on, yeah, I mean, using the same kits over and over again really helps. Like switching around kits all the time, but I mean, you're upgrading constantly, so it's difficult. But you get comfortable with the same weapons. If you use the same weapon over and over, it gets easier. That's for sure. Which is kind of a shame. It's just the way of things, right? That can't be helped. But that is just the way of things. Oh, see, that sounds good, doesn't it? Doesn't that sound cool? That definitely sounds different to the way it used to. Yeah, it's the tech loot that we want, really. It's not computers particularly. Can't remember if there's a toolbox in this one. Maybe not. No, I guess we'll just do the computers. Hey, look at the new headsets. GSSH don't make your ears bleed as much. I haven't tried GSSH, actually. We've got razors out right now. I tried them a little bit in offline, and it didn't sound too bad. Whatever. We'll go through to the industrial section. Just there's way more stuff. Afternoon, Strongbow. Hello, hello, hello. Increase matching time from like 1 to 3. Game balance is fine. Issues there are few too players. I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure. It's hard to know whether there are a few too many players or whether players are just like in the raids but just like not fighting and just leaving because they don't want to fight. Like why would they? I don't blame anybody for not wanting to fight. There's not really any incentive to. Frame drops in some sections. Interchange are now brutal. I'm insulated from frame drops a little bit with the 5800 X3D. Was that a me? Shouty scavs are shouty. Let's head into here. We'll go and get this grenade box. I think sometimes people forget the game is not intended to be PvP focused. It's not intended to be PvP focused, but I just think that it's a shame if we go like... It's not intended to be PvP focused, and therefore... PvP being just like bad and not fun is a good thing. I feel like we can come to a sensible middle ground where PvP is fun and interesting, and the game isn't PvP focused. Do you know what I mean? That's my take. Notice the bitrate is awesome now? Did they finally install? Yes, they did install my fiber entropy. They did. I've had it for about a month and a half now. It's so good. I'm so happy about it. Genuinely, it's so good. I keep like reminding myself that I have fiber now, and it's just like it's insane. Like some of the things it lets me do, like some of the stuff that it lets me upload is crazy. I uploaded something yesterday, and it was like a gig. And before I'd actually managed to finish the like clicking through the YouTube list, it had already uploaded. I was like, that's insane. Like back in the day, it would have taken me so long. Upgrading all the time, just the most in man. Yeah. Just realised just after the patch, razors became a bit worse. Yeah, apparently razors are a bit worse. They don't sound too different actually, in some ways. Oh, defuel. I'm not sure if we're going to find blue tape just like lying around on the floor. Unlikely. We've got to hit the boxes, I think. Positioning can be bigger than more skill. Definitely in this game, because in Tarkov, you've got that thing of like the TTK is super low. So it means if you catch somebody off guard, anybody can die. Is it running from point to point as PMC a bad idea? Depends on how well you know the map and whether you think that you can take somebody in combat. Like it depends. It's an argument thing. Like the PvP chants run from point to point because it makes them harder to hit. And they're fairly confident most of the time that they can return fire and kill any opposition that comes through. So it kind of depends on how you rate your own skills. I think for most an ordinary player, I don't think it makes sense to run everywhere. Because other people will just hear you before you hear them. And then they will be able to position and set up. And then if you're not a higher skill or an above average skill player, then they will just kill you. Because you won't see them fast enough, right? There's Fika's advantage and desync, but that situation is, it's a small number really, right, in the grand scheme of things. It's not a big enough number that you can hear somebody or see somebody, stop running, bring your gun up and shoot and kill them before they've killed you, even with Pikas. That's my opinion on it. Let's see, is the car still around? Car could be around. Should we go over to power? There's actually loads of toolboxes there too, so we can go in there, see if we can get our blue tapes. Have you been noticing stutters? Not yet. I haven't seen any stutters yet. But as I was saying, with the 5800 X3D, I do tend to have less stutters than other people. The lows, the 1% lows with the 5800 are actually a lot lower than on other CPUs, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to get it. Like, it's not just about pure frame rate with the X3D. It's also about that 1% lows being quite high, if that makes sense. The lows are high. PvP fun, mostly just desync. Yeah, I mean, hopefully they fix it in the next thing. God, we've got like 2 of these. We need the blue tape. Come on. Going for PvP is literally losing money. Most of the time, yeah. And that's why I think it could do with a bit of a rebalance. Like, I just think you should make more money from doing it. It's not to say, and I keep getting that response of just like, but Tarkov's not supposed to be a PvP game. It's supposed to be a survival game. So PvP should lose you money. And it's like, I don't know if that's necessarily the way that it should be, though. Like, if you just want to PvP, then like I think you should be able to if you're good enough. Even the best in the game struggle to just PvP, right? They know how to make money. You have to go and loot stuff, but I feel like you should be able to if you can. I don't see any reason why we should just out and out punish. If we can not affect the rest of the game, why do we want to just like outright punish the PvP people? I think I mean, maybe that is part of like some people's philosophy, and that's fine. It depends on what you think about the game and how you think it should work. So, we mean to ask, always forget, how do you cancel your healing? Literally, you just left click, but it does take a bit of time. It's not instant. So you left click. So normally people spam it. So you're halfway through healing, you just spam, 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 spam. But the guy will start the animation to put the kit away. It won't just immediately put it away. It'll start putting it away. You just have to spam it a bit. Sometimes in combat it feels like it hasn't registered. Don't run and turn on your flashlight. Huh. Interesting. Their base is too large, wants too many things. Probably agree with you on that. Have I picked up anything completely useless? The cat tourniquet. His master files is just too big. Oh, let's just keep going. It's probably just scavs or something, I would have thought. Finally found the last vertex for Lend-Lease after a million tries and finding a dead body on the pool on Lighthouse of Scav. Guess no one looted it. Yep. Sometimes you can find it there. It's crazy, right? You look like Linus and Dan I don't know who Dan TDM is. Linus and Dan TDM had a child. I get the Linus thing all the time. All the time. Who takes to spawn in Ollie proper on the shelves? Okay. I couldn't remember. I still think that the toolboxes are probably our best bet. Needing duct tape, keep getting blue tape. We got the opposite problem. It's the classic curse of Tarkov. Nikita's got it coded in. Binaural on or off? I think on. Some people disagree with me. I think on is way better. I just do. I don't mind not PvP if I didn't have to do the same quest for the last 3 years. Yeah. More tags for gear barters? Yeah, or just make the tags worth more money. Or both. That's somebody out in the bushes. So that piece of audio isn't fixed, is it? That's somebody down at the bottom. Cancel healing to reduce time. Yes, that's a sensible thing. You should do that. Yeah, your battery sucks.
Thank you for your beginner guides and gunsmith videos. This is my first Y, and with your help I've managed to get Kappa. I'm working on Lightkeeper now for fun. Keep up the great content.
Thank you, Mr. Bengley. Thank you so much for the $10, dude. Thanks for the super. Appreciate it. Well, no problem. I'm so glad you managed to get Kappa on your first wipe. That is actually an enormous achievement, by the way. I was nowhere near Kappa on my first wipe. Like, not even close. Not even remotely close. It would actually be profitable if the maps were actually full. If you would secure your loot. But it still wouldn't, like, that. There's still structural issues that mean that it wouldn't work properly, like, right now. You know? Still certainly structural issues. Because you can't sell the loot to the traders for any decent amount of money. Etc, etc. I do wonder if the car's there. There was somebody down there, though. Let's go up the little sneaky spot. I just really hope the video you made, you tried to give answers to a lot of problems, features BSG. I mean, it's definitely, the community managers at least have seen it. I don't think, for me, it's less about like the contents of the video and more about like a framework to think about the game and how to approach designing something that does what they want it to do. You know, and to go back and I think the most important part of it for me is like rethinking the things that, like, what problems did you solve in the past and why did those solutions get put in place? Can we roll, like, are they even necessary? Do we need those solutions now? You know, why did you add in finding raid? What was it for? What were the actual problems you were trying to solve? Like, tacking stuff on isn't necessarily the right answer. Nearly 3 hours online, don't play Tarkov much anymore because of the state. I play SP. I just can't understand playing without real people being in the raid. I just can't. I mean, it's personal decision. That's completely fine. I don't think anybody's silly for trying it. Wouldn't really do anything for me. You sticking with blue laser? I mean, I was never really a flashlight guy before. I mean, I'll probably try them out again now that they're fixed, but SR25, I love this gun. This is actually a mutant. This is actually a meta mutant. It looks like an SR25, I agree. Didn't even get flea my first 3 wipes. First fight miles away from Kappa? Yeah, I mean, I didn't even finish Punisher on my first fight. There's no chance I was getting anywhere close to that. There's no way. Yeah, so I do want to see if the car is here, because if it is, it makes our lives a lot easier. Although we've got Imacom, it's not too bad. We're sort of in the right ballpark. Run along the back. Have a look in this stash. First wipe, only near the high point of level 4 Ragman. I mean, again, that's totally acceptable, I would say. I didn't finish Punisher Part 4 when I first played. Oh, that's dangerous. With the new audio, it's a bit weird. It's probably a scav. Just rather not die. When isn't it taking out dead players' gear should be worth it? The point is on the full map, you need PvP to secure loot. PvP is worth it because it gives you an opportunity to get loot that's worth money. I just don't think that that's the issue, though, man. I just don't. Why does having the full map make PvP worth it? Why does having a full map give you the opportunity to get loot that's worth money? I don't follow that logic. Could get help. I can't find bronze lines no matter how many safes I loot. Dude, I was in that situation one time. It's sometimes really bad. You can get so stuck for bronze lions. I guess we just bail. That the same guy or someone different? Got to check him out no matter what the risk, eh? Kind of look like a PMC. No, he's a scav. No Toz. I want to see if he's got any loot. Boxer Ram augmenting. Okay. Boxer's better. What's he got in there? Hoses are pretty bad. Take this. Other hose. We'll take this. The skull. We can get in here. What's in that? 5681. No, don't care about that. We've got screws are pretty bad. Oh, the Yonka's good. Take the MRE over that hose, I think. Did I hear a step? Right, let's go and check out the car. I haven't actually reloaded that mag, so hopefully we don't get into a huge firefight. Scabbies. AI scabbies. Bow, bow. I guess it's looted because of that thing there. Oh, the car is here. Would you look at that? Okay. Because the 1-slot items are worth more than meta gear. But yeah, the issue right now is that like 10k per slot items are worth more than actual stuff. Like any gear that you get on players. That's the main problem, I think. So the ways that you solve that, right, is that either you make the player gear harder to get. That's like one of the ways that I think it should be done. So you make a lot of stuff fun in raid. Tips on GPU hunting. I got one on labs. Actually. Safe room exfil doors open. Genuinely labs was the only place I managed to find them. How did they get them make no noise for the same person? I don't really know. Because the audio is a bit weird. Well, not necessarily so you get into PvP to get loot. That's PvP is worth it, because if you don't PvP, you don't get loot. I just don't think that's the way that it's going to work, though, because there's enough loot on the map that's just like random 10k per slot items that you don't always have to get into PvP. Right? Because you don't need to go to the hotspots to get loot. To get like decent loot, because the meta loot is the 10k per slot items. You don't need to go to Ultramed to get a LEDX. You don't need to go to Markdrum to get this, that, and the other. That's the problem. I got a Flair Toz yesterday. Can you still hear people from 100 meters? It sounds like it. Sounds like you probably can, yeah. Yeah, and that's okay. The point for me, at least, is to make PvP a worthwhile thing, not to make play gear a more valuable thing to take out. But then doing it that way, though, you start impacting on the people that don't want a PvP. That's the problem that I have in some ways with that, right? Because you start like ramming the maps full of like players. It makes it really hard for people who aren't PvP chads. That's why I prefer the solutions that don't just like force people to play PvP, because that way you're forcing everyone to play PvP. So now we're saying like the looting playstyle we don't want you to do. You're like de-incentivizing people to do like the sneaky round playstyle, and I think there's a way that you can get both without screwing the game up. At least I'd hope so. Blue tape, where are you? Like one of the few things that you can't just go and loot. Got our nice AP rounds there. No, we should probably just take 2 sets of BP and a PS in here, because PS is so cheap. Oh, and those we've got. Ghost Mask, we can keep that on. Why are we overweight? Oh, it's because I took an extra nade, that's why. So what we're going to do, I do actually have an SJ6 in here. I think we're going to buy SJ6. Let's see, so we've got like 2 of these and one of those. Let's see, so we've got, yeah, 2 of them, saline. That's definitely worth it. And then this one, H2O2, which is 10k. Yeah, you can only get 1 of these, I think, each reset, which is why they're so cheap for the barter. Because they're kind of capped off by the fact you can only do 1 with Therapist, but it's certainly worthwhile, in my opinion. Where'd it go? Over here. Good. Close the door just means the power's on. I always get confused by that. Tons of GPUs running through Ollie? That seems really, really rare. The player shared find and transfer dailies for specific spots. I mean, you could do that. That would just push more PvP for people to actually do it, but people would still find it unprofitable and think it would suck. Design space for secure containers. If you had 5 seconds animation to take stuff out, put stuff in. Yeah, but have keychain or injector without animation. That was what my idea was. Anything that you put in, say you put something into the container like this, you put it in there, that's got a delay. Using stuff wouldn't do it straight away. I don't think there's any need to penalize people taking the stuff out like right now. I know it's a bit of a gamey thing though. That's not very immersive, which is like the only issue that I'd say about that. Right, let's just sell some of these things that are just like sale to traders. We got that one, probably defuel as well. How much does defuel go for? It's probably 26k. Yeah, 26k. All this. What else we got? Relays go for loads of money now. What are relays actually used for? Oh, it's for the Zaprala one. Oh, that's why. I wonder how much people buy them for. Are these just going to disappear? I'd like stick them up for some stupid amount. Are people going to buy them though? Yes, apparently. Maybe I'll just end up with one getting stuck on the flea, but someone's buying that. So people have to now have to decide if they want to buy this one or not. We sold one of them anyway, so it's worth it. Funny. Right, let's repair this guy and sell it to Mr. Mechanic. Okay, so thinking about what we need to do. So yeah, we still need our blue tape, but we do need to do a bit more PvP. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of that. Actually, we'll take this. I think this was the it was the stim. Look, we're like right on the edge. I'm trying to get some nice skills. We're nearly at 30 for both of these. So let's go back to Interchange. We'll go 10 AM. Really good. Let's go. Empty server is the only way I've managed to retain my sanity while showing friends how to play. Yes, I think they should just open out these offline servers to people. There's a bunch of PCs in Ollie office. I just need blue tape though. There is a middle ground there. You can make maps full enough for people who want lots of loot, eventually have to encounter PvP, and people who want to do stash runs. But PvP will still feel bad though. It doesn't matter how many people you put on the map, it'll still just feel bad. Getting 50 slots of loot without PvP wouldn't really be possible. I don't know, like, I don't know, dude. I just disagree. I just disagree. And that's okay. I disagree with that's the right approach. I don't want to force everybody to do PvP. I don't. I want everybody to be able to play the playstyle they want to play. I like the idea of people going to the hotspots to try and get like better loot. And if you don't want to do that, you can go to the low spots and get, just under 10k per slot items and do that kind of thing if you want to. I just want to make PvP a bit more profitable so people feel like they can do it if they want. Right, I've got to press the button for Twitch. Let's just get that done. Nobody coughed up 80k. Well, somebody did. Someone already coughed up for one of them. Blue tape, woods, old sawmill, crate at the mountain. But then I'm not playing Interchange. I need to get some kills for long line too, so I figure we may as well kill two birds with one stone, Any tips for a new player to level up fast? It's been a year since I bought this game. You basically just need... It is hard solo. You just need to do quests. And at this point in the wipe, if you're completely new, you have to be using either like the Mosin and thorax shotting people or headshotting people with it, if you're good aim. If you've not got good aim, then I would just use something with leg matter. Shotguns, shoot for the legs. PPSH, shoot for the legs. Kedda B, shoot for the legs. Those are really like the three best guns in my opinion. I'm actually just about to put out a video on Wednesday about this precise topic, like the weapons to use when you're just getting started at level 1, at Flea, at level 20. It's coming on Wednesday. I'm editing it at the moment. I was editing it this morning. One just needs to increase the value of weapons, armors, helmets, etc. so that taking them off someone feels like a huge score, or at least a better score than it does now. That's what I think. Allow non-banned items to be resold on the flea market from players, because that won't break the player economy, because they're on the flea already. And make traders buy the banned stuff at a way higher price, because you can't sell them to players anyway. Like, what's the big deal? Why is a Redoute M 240,000 rubles from Ragman, but it sells back to Ragman for 60k? Like, the width is just too wide. Heaven forbid a game with multiple playstyles. I know. That's my point, right? I want as many playstyles to be plausible as possible. If people want to, sneak around and get loot, then they can. If they want to PvP and make money, they can. Sometimes those two people will interact, but there's things that both players can do to kind of either avoid or get what they want. Missed that bit? Yeah. We're trying to, duel up a few quests. So... The increased dog tag value, you could just farm them off teammates. You can't anymore, because teammate dog tags now are 1 ruble. They've literally just patched that now, and that was part of my proposal in the first place. So you can't this comment here. You can't do this now. You actually can't. They've just patched in, so you actually can't do that now regardless. But I think they need to increase dog tag values now so that you can get it from other people. And maybe you could spawn queue into other people's servers or whatever. Maybe is that really worth it? At some point you have to think, if someone's going to go to all that effort, then whatever. What about SKS? I just think SKS with PS, I just don't think it's good enough at this point in the wipe. It's good when you're playing early wipe. but I don't like it now. Let's put it that way. First I catch you live. Hey, thanks, man. Welcome, welcome. What the price selling gear to traders, including really broke armor? I just think, yeah, the things like the class 5s that you can't sell on the flea and whatever, I just think traders could do with buying those for a bit more. Upvote the video for gigas of advice. Relays, money. When FPS patch? That's going to be the one that comes through a bit later. So that's coming after the Unity upgrade. So it's going... This optimization patch, which has come in, which is flashlights and audio. They still need to tinker a bit more with it. It's not perfect, but it's a start. Then we've got Unity 2021. Then we've got the big patch with desync, FPS optimizations, culling, all that stuff. Industrial loot galore. Can they make the players' gears worth the amount they were bought for in traders? Oh, blue tape. There we go. That was my argument. The car is actually here. I wonder if it's worth just waiting for 7 minutes. Just defend Emacom for 7 minutes until the car. Because I don't want to get... I won't get a... To be fair, the car could be kind of... I don't know. Let's go and hit this stash over here. Let's just hang about in the area. Actually, you know what? Let's turn on power. Because that will stop people coming over here. Or at least it should. You can keep that open, that's fine. Have DVD drive, may as well. Why not? Yeah, so part of my argument was making the traders just pay more for gear that is banned on the flea. I think that would be fine. That doesn't break anything as far as I can tell. Damn, that's why it was 1 ruble. Thought it was a bug. There is a bug as well at the moment where it's just not working properly. And sometimes players who are not in your team, there's a 1 ruble dog tag. That's not supposed to happen though. It's only supposed to be teammates. I disagree with banned items having a high vendor sale price because then using them becomes economically non-viable. Like if the slick costs 600k to a vendor, the player is more likely to sell it than use it. But right now, people just like sit on the slick and do nothing. I don't know, dude. Like, they need to. The thing is that they also this isn't just in isolation, right? They need to change other stuff. They need to make some of these items like more easily found in raid, and change up the way that we actually acquire equipment. Like, a lot of this stuff would be redundant if they changed the way that equipment actually got, you know, found in the game, and the traders had less stuff. Then you'd want to keep things more and use them more. New armor system where we can place the plates, going to change the value. This is true. Scav on scav violence increased recently? I think so, yeah. I think we'll get a huge boost. I don't really know. Track chads to rush? I feel like probably not. Like PvP, use it for an advantage to level 6. Yeah, but then you could sell it, I guess. Like, if you found one, you would have the ability to sell it if you wanted to. Like, there's nothing wrong with people selling it necessarily. What's the problem with people selling a slick if they don't want to use it? Hold stick to the end of the line? Yeah. Like, what is the problem with them not wanting to sell it? Multiplier to help low levels get money and incentivize PvP takes worth X amount more if the X level's above you. Maybe. Doesn't seem that like a neat solution, but maybe. Someone TKs you and takes the TK dog tag because of 1 ruble. Yeah, because they were in your team. People who run tier 6 armor will still use them even if non-viable. That's got a Chad. Yeah, like Slicks are sold out all the time, even though they're kind of like universally agreed upon not to be that great right now. Like Slicks are good, don't get me wrong. How close are we now? We've only got a minute or so. I think people think it should be 50 to 60% of original value as modifiers based on damage. Why though? Why so low? I sell my 6 to fragment anyway to buy Zavallos. Fair enough. Let's get rid of the flea. The problem with that is that it makes the game almost impossible for new players. I'm in favour of having a hardcore game mode, but I don't think it's good for attracting players to the game. Like, I think it's too hardcore to get rid of the flea completely. And you also then make the trader's problem even worse. Like, the flea is only half of the battle, right? The flea cuts out the early game by allowing people to skip ahead on the progression, which is where the bans come in. But the traders just sell too much stuff to the high-level people. You make the traders even more powerful if you ban the flea. And I think the trader system is flawed in some way. Like, making the traders way less powerful, getting rid of the flea, and then you have to also rebalance what's in raid as well to allow that to be acquired in a more easy way. But that's like very, very hardcore then. That was my own foot, wasn't it? Yeah. Are they the only look on this from past perspective? I think they do. They do take everybody's feedback into account. They do seem to. Where'd he go? Oops. Where's he gone? Like that head is scary. Long line, you have to do it inside. Yeah, if I lose a limb, I die. Where'd he go? Where'd our man go? The blue tape raid? I know. Would have to be, wouldn't it? Right, let's relax. It's okay. We'll be alright. Wonder where he's gone. Maybe he dipped. Maybe. Make sure no one's that way. He could have. He might have. Hard to know. I don't see him anywhere. I mean, he could have gone inside power, I guess. They turned on the car? I don't think they did. Did you get him? Maybe. Like, maybe he died. Did, like, my nade completely failed, though. There's, like, no sign of him. That's really weird. I just do not know where he is. Wait, was that him there? That's someone. Don't know if that's the same guy. Someone creeping up. I don't think the car's going. Maybe like he headshots him at the end? Maybe. I don't know. Any others? Right, I'm just going to leave. I'm not actually going to go and check him. I'm going to go and try and take the car again. Right. Flanking through customs. Anyway. Didn't die to an aid? No, I don't think so. Oh dear, thanks for the content you're putting out. We need to revisit gun sound silence with the new audio. Yeah, it's probably a good idea, yeah. Where was the Vance you shot him? Check for body. It's alright. I bled out basically. I bled my head out. What do you think so far about the audio? Well, I couldn't hear anything in the last one, so I'm not really sure. I couldn't hear anything just then, so I'm not sure. Not sure really. We'll see. I don't know. A single breath and I die. Yes, exactly. So a blackhead means that if you take a single point of damage, you die, as long as it's not. If you take a single point of like spillover. Huh. Interesting. So he was not... We did kill him. Somehow. Maybe we killed him at the end of the spray. And then we killed the second guy afterwards. He's dead. I watched Payback. I did get him. Interesting. Oh well. BP. 545 BP. He didn't... I mean, if he's using BP, he probably didn't have that much stuff, so it's no big deal. And you lucky headshot him at the other end? There you go. Keep seeing this fight makes me wonder which of the guns has the lowest initial kick up. I mean, the mutant's really low. Initial kick up, though, you just like the first initial kick up, it's a combination of fire rate and the actual vertical recoil statistic. So it's probably something like the RD704, maybe, like a meta RD, or a meta AK101, or because you want something that's like 600 or 650 RPM. The Mark 47 650, so it's probably like, it's not, the kick up's not very high on this. I'll show you. People sitting on items is a mentality issue. You can fix that. Taking a stick into raid, having 600k opportunity cost, economic issue. You can't fix that. Maybe. Maybe you're right. Yeah, the thing is, you can't fix everything, right? You can incentivize players, but you can't make them do stuff. What's the quest progression? We haven't done anything for Longline itself, but we have managed to get the stuff that we need for the next Lightkeeper task, which is quite useful. So we've now got the blue tape, which was the thing that we needed. We've got all the stuff that we need to just hand the items in. So when the next mechanic Lightkeeper task line appears, which should actually be like tomorrow morning, so I'll be able to play that on stream, we'll be able to do the next part, which is called Keys to the Tower, and we have to go and find the transmitter body. And you have to hand in a bunch of this other find in raid stuff. So we've now found all of the find in raid items, like the working LCD. We found the blue tape. I've already got 2 plexiglasses. I've already got CFDM radio. Oh, actually, no, that's not true. I need to craft these. Oh, well, I've already started crafting this. I need to craft 2 military circuit boards. Don't let me forget. Otherwise, I just will forget to craft these things. Right. Now we can just go and do PvP on Interchange. I didn't even use the SJ6. That's funny. 15. What's in this one? 15. What's in this one? 9 and 21. You know what? We'll do it like this. So that's the big boy one. We'll repair that. Is it even worth it? It's actually probably not worth repairing yet. You hardly get any points. This is going to reduce the maximum down so much that it's not worth it. Defended against 505 BP with a helmet. Not bad. This helmet's getting pretty scuffed now at this point, though. Probably worth swapping out. Actually, I don't need to buy another one. I've probably got another one just like lying around. Maybe we'll keep this for some kind of budget raid or something. I don't know. What else we got? There's another one that's completely scuffed. That'll do. That's like the same kind of grade. Right, we do need... My water and food station has been just like completely covered in loot. There we go. And let's get some more water on. So we're getting that down to 1. We can use these. So yeah, as I was saying before, so we can use these in the booze generator. I use the sugars at 1 out of whatever. And then I use the waters in here. I would have actually had it good to go. But I use the waters here once they're 1 out of something. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Let's just get our illicit prep or profits. MCB. I'd have to make sure not to accidentally use one of these when I craft the MCBs in this particular raid. The Twitch stream is like 5 seconds behind the YouTube stream. Really? Try restarting the Twitch stream? Or maybe Twitch sucks. Always a possibility. What are those? These radiator things, there's quite a lot of them around, so they tend not to go for that much. Even though you do technically need them for making M61. That as well, that as well. A lot of this stuff you can just liquidate out to therapists these days. It's kind of nice. I think the skull rings go for a bit more. We'll just sell some of the high tier stuff. Okay. Right, let's get some water on. 15 of those. And another 12 of them. Now let's heal up. Push. Yeah, I mean, we didn't really care about the loot. We wanted to get out with the item. Well, that's what we needed to do. The blue tape was more important than anything else. And now we can just do whatever. So. That's the rubles. Cool. Okay. Can go into the main mall now. Because we have to be inside to do long line is the issue. You can't do stuff out of the car extract. Oh, I was going to show you the kick up, but whatever. Check the grenade kill count. I'm not even sure what that, what I was before. When's the next wipe? I think in about 6 weeks. Really enjoy your content. Big ups. Thanks, Trin. 101 makes me. Anyway, I like the gun. It's good. 101's awesome. Have you ever considered playing Tarkov stressful? Yeah, it is stressful in some ways. It gets easier though as time goes on, I will say. I don't get that stressed now, especially when I'm playing with chat. Hey, Mr. Beefy, how do you like the sound changes? I think they're okay. I'm not sure yet. It does sound... The game just sounds quieter in general. I might need to turn my game sound up a little bit. I'm not sure. What's the best headset? Contact 4s, but they're 200,000 rubles, so it's up to you. Getting completely dead tips for rack tactics on test drive. Test drive is tricky. Because you've got to get it over a certain distance. Maybe play Woods. Woods Day with a thermal. It can work. You might get shot though. I repair everything too. Yes, I agree. Tarkov is a gambling seminar. So have survival horror packed in the same game. Think the audio benefits bush cameras more than regular players? Oh, hard to tell yet. Sounds like you can hear people from further away, so like maybe? Good morning. Thanks to the soldiers for the day off. Hope it's going well. Yes, it's going good. My coffee. Eating breakfast whilst watching. That's great. My scope stamina is pretty terrible. What Gun said was the longest lasting scope stand whilst crouched from low level. Well, you're lower level. You just want something light. Your arm stamina is based upon the weight of the gun, so you want something really light. I'm not sure exactly what that would be. Like the best one is like the M700 with the AICS stock on it, but that's not a low level thing. So you just want something light. Like it's the weight that matters. Morning, hello, less than 3. Flashlight bug fixed. Apparently, mostly, like the light can't pass through walls and floors anymore. It seems like maybe the flashlight still glows occasionally in some situations. Maybe is what I've seen, but not 100% certain. Recordings are good. Do you use a DAC amp? No, I just use very basic headphones. These are just like creative Blaze things. They're like really cheap. Right, let me press the button before we get into the next one. Can you buy them from vendors? What, the Contact 4s? No, they're finding raid only, so they're flea. Studying for computer science university exam tomorrow while I was watching. Well, good luck, dude. Good luck. What subject is it? Make a high ergo M4 ADAR? The M4 is light. Certainly a light weapon is the M4. What else is light? It's not really a sniper. I was thinking like UMP is pretty light, but it's not a sniper gun. The bullets are too slow. What else could be used as a sniper? Could you use P90 as a sniper? The bullet's not good enough, I don't think. Especially at low level. What else is really light gun? What's like an AR that's really light? AKs are like heavier than the M4, so they're not as good. DMRs are quite light. I think they're all about 4 kilos. You just want to avoid like the really heavy stuff if you can. Any news about the FAMAS? I'm not sure. VPO with APs? Yeah, that's good. I asked a question before you didn't get around to it. I'd like to get your take. What was your question? Sorry, dude. Can you repaste it? Because it would have gone. I'm trying to keep up with everybody's stuff. The recent video at FTE Glow just that you know the bug was removed. Does seem to be. Lots of people telling me that it's fixed. I did get shown some screenshots where they're saying, oh, it's still kind of there. But it seemed to me more that like the items are just tan colored rather than the glow bug being in the game, if you know what I mean. Like when I looked at the screenshots, I was like, it just looks like they're just tan colored, my dude. They're just not camouflaged. DVL? I don't think the DVL is that light. It could be. I don't think it is, though. It's probably not terrible. What do you think of the traders having random per-person restocks that scale in quality and quantity of trade level? I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Yep, because then you'd have to kind of pick and choose stuff. It's not guaranteed what you're going to get. I like that. I've always thought a system like that might make sense in some way. You know, it's like, oh, here's the date, and that maybe you get daily special or whatever as you level up, and it's like you have to choose from one of these 3 things, and they're all good and all valuable, but you can only pick one. You know, stuff like that. I don't think that's a terrible idea. Crack, crack, crack. That's out the front somewhere. So the moral of the story then with the flashlights is that we want to be further away from people with flashlights, because now they're not going to blind you if you're further away, which is quite nice. All hell's breaking loose over there. Crap. We're going to flank.
Gold, please.
Who's that saying Capca over there? Whoa, there's loads of them. Oh, there's so many scavs here. Okay. Aha! Specialty Villa's like 6k. Ah, that's really high then. Problem getting into lobby. Anyone can fix that? Good question. So our guy really didn't come over here because there were like so many scavs. I shot him on this staircase. Where he went, I'm not sure. Oh, it's really stuttery. Oh, this is what people were talking about, maybe. Oh, it's very stuttery. Yeah, it is very stuttery. Try picking 2 or 3 of the lowest ping servers for you. Yeah. What part of OG tried to fix? They actually tried to fix like occlusion zones and stuff on Interchange. Okay, we've got to go into the main mall here. That's what they're trying to fix for Interchange, just because they hadn't actually implemented Oculus Audio in its entirety. There's somebody over there. Over here.
Кому тут пизды выдать? Вот сам готов.
Hmm. Holy moly, guys! This is going nutso! Oops. What is going on? What is going on? Right. Gold! Went to the main PvP area ×3. Interchange never normally like this, though. Okay, let's refill these mags. We do need to get Splinter. One, two. Go. Get one full mag. Any advice to long line? Morph's level 45 and the chumming kill's already hell. Chumming's worse because it's night. Long line, you just have to wander around inside in these areas. And eventually you'll find people. Is the idea. I normally don't find that many people, though. That's normally the problem. Gotta do it like this. They look stuffed. They do, don't they? Can I eat my eggs and toast? Holy moly. We're killing it. We're doing alright. Omega Chad just running at people. I was like, well, let's just do it. I felt like I was getting shot by someone else. As well. That's still BP, okay. That's still nearly full. It didn't take that much damage, actually. Gonna have to go back into the Thunderdome to go and get the stuff. Right. In we go. How painkillers are we? 140, that's fine. Right, back through we come. See if we can take our spoils. What's that extract? Railway. Okay. Oh. Tarkov giveth and Tarkov taketh. What am I doing? There we go. The godly Salewa. So I wonder if there's somebody... There was somebody there just running that way. They're kind of like running away. Maybe that's alright. Let's go and loot this guy first. He got. Actually. Okay, we'll try the contacts. Oh, he's got TTSK rig. These are good rigs. Okay. Keep that, right. What else have we got? Actually, maybe we come through this side? scav. Hmm. Okay. Alright, I don't know. Was that scav, I guess? I don't know. Player? He didn't make a scav sound, did he? Is that an actual PMC? That could be a scav. It was. That's a player. He's got guff stuff. Oh, he's got a 5.7 though. Take that. Whoa. Ah, so close, guys. So close. We finally got by the last guy. Never mind. That was great PvP, though. Another one. Another one. I thought we were going to kill him. Damn flashlights. That was good, though. Definitely can't complain. That's probably one of my better interchange raids ever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bears. What did he hit you with? What did he kill me with? M62. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't think I've killed. Have I killed like 5 guys back to back? I don't think I have, actually. That's nuts. 6th guy kills us. Never mind. A lot of damage. Right, that's good for the quest, though. We did a good job there. Coming in clutch, though, the chest armor. Look at that. 3 blunt damages and finally get M62'd. And that's with it slightly damaged, too. Solid. Very solid. The pre-fire almost did it. Yeah, I know. How's the new audio? It's different. I think it probably is better overall. It's hard to tell right away, you know? Flashlights fixed? Pretty much. It seems like maybe there might be a little bug still with them being seen from afar. Maybe. But don't take my word for it. I haven't tested it fully. But they do seem a bit better. Did more than I'm able in a month. I used the mutant. I was using the mutant. I got it off somebody else. Good run, though. Made a lot of headsets unusable. I think like they're just different. We do have to take time and get used to it, honestly. Yo, Giga, I think BSG should have the original SKS access the PU scope mods. Pretty sure it's accurate. Yeah, maybe if you have the right dovetail, I think you might be able to do it, yeah. Would TTSK rig have saved you there? No, because I think it would have been zeroed earlier. It's better against M62 if you... The thing is that the Redute's just got so much more durability. That's the problem. Getting surprised a lot with the new audio. It's going to take time. We're going to have to really like buckle down and just like learn it for a while as well. Right, I'm going to make one of these MCBs because I keep forgetting to. Oh, this is dangerous. We have to buy one because I've got one to find it to hand in. We absolutely cannot use that one. Otherwise, I'll have to find another one of these bloody things. We're not doing that again. Yeah, okay, so all of these are AUX items, actually. It's just the radio. Okay. Fine, that's okay. Oh, dearie me. Great run. Yeah, it was a good run, right? And we were on a fully PvP run anyway. We weren't on a loot run, so it's fine. I don't mind dying to, like, the 5th guy. Well, that, like, really boosted our progress, like, super, super. How goes the Tarkov? Hey, Carl, it's going well, man. Don't go through floors on Interchange anymore? That's something? Yeah, exactly. Got 8 kills left. Right, what have we got to hand? I think I've still got... Did I have another one? Maybe I used it already. The mutant is quite good. I will admit. It is actually a very decent piece of kit. Maybe we go like X-Grid Mutant? Yeah, lots of people saying they don't like the context anymore. Let's just have a quick check out on the prices on these things. Finally got my 5800 X3D running. Excellent. Attentive for surroundings. Gotta be. Did you use the Scott? No, I was using the Mutant. Mark 47 Mutant. Contact 4s are too expensive. What's second best? I think people are saying the XLs, but they're also quite expensive. The Razors didn't seem too bad. Contacts people are not minding. Like, yeah, these are silly expensive. Contact 2s, people don't really like now, it seems. RAC, I think people seem to quite like. These were supposedly quite good. Used to like using GSSH, now it's Firecrackers. They were quite bad before. I didn't mind using them, but they were quite bad before. Heavy armor's worth running now? It depends. If you can stay underweight, then I think yes. Mutant or RD? I don't know. I always thought RD, but the Mutant and the RD are very close horizontally now, so I feel like the Mutant might just be better. Has Daisy manipulated my brain? I'm honestly not sure. I don't know. And to choose the best budget, you think? Hard to know. I mean, they're really cheap. But why are they so cheap? I don't think anybody really knows yet. Seems like RD can get the same recoil as Mark 47 with way more ergo. Why do people use the Mark 47? Because it has a faster fire rate, so in those CQB situations, you do tend to win. That's sort of the idea. We're just gonna use we just have to use a random like selection of stuff. Let's try these. Apparently these are not awful, so we can give them a go. Where's he gone? Oh yeah, but you have to put them on their helmet, don't you? Have to stick them on one of these. On like a fast MT. Use it's crisp. That's cool. Can't just use them on their own though, right? Mutant's so expensive to get the recoil down. Yeah. Mark 47 barrels, 160k. I guess, I mean, if you have them as a mechanic, then you can get them at 30k. Any thoughts on MCX? Problem is with the MCX is that the ammo is too hard to get. And yeah, maybe we'll just go back to the RD, because I do like the RD. Maybe we'll just use something else we've got. I want it to be full auto. Let's build an RD. We could build another mutant for fun. Let's build another mutant. But they're expensive to start with, and then yeah, you have to swap some stuff over. Because you don't really get much. I guess like the short barrels may be okay. I was playing with this thing. If you keep it as short, what happens? I think you can't change. You can't change the handguards. That's sort of the problem. Get enough ergo to run this, or is it better to run the shift? Or SE5, sorry. Growl. Let's just do this for now and just see what happens. I just want to see what this looks like. 56 and 48? That's not god awful. 56 and 48. Well, let's sort the barrel and see what that does. $50 and 45.5. Well, you may as well. Oh, actually, it's even lower than that, isn't it? 45, yes. I mean, it is good with a long barrel. You don't really sacrifice much ergonomics either. Like, hardly anything, actually. Wipe mid to late June copium. I think it'll be right at the end of June, at the very earliest, probably mid-July, I think. Based on my opinion on landmarks testing, we tried to get actual numbers, not the feel. You do need to get feel, right? So the MCX's problem is that the ammo is too hard to get, and the second best round for stacking underneath is not very good. M62 is like 5.6A1. So it just doesn't really work as a thing. Like, you just can't get enough ammo to make it work properly, I don't think. Got hexes for my scout case? Nice. We got them all from Raiders on Labs. Shorty music with a Loudener, Dawn's Demolisher. Not bad. Arsas one? Oh yeah, you can go Arsas too. You can go for this. You probably hurt the ergo a bit there. 42, 42. Yeah, is it worth it to go to 42 from 45? You go for this, right? And then that gets you 43, but you get an extra 8 ergo. 1 recoil different. I think this is better. I think this is better. What's the first shot multiplier on the mutant? I think RD might kick less. It's got higher RPM, so it will always kick more. In fairness. What does this cost to mod? 120k? A lot. We can check. Landmark was testing. First Contact 4, second RAC, third XLs. And they are super broken. What does that mean? Leg MCX? I think it's just like, there's just like 1,000 other guns that do leg meta better than the MCX. I just don't really see the point. Where was that RD? This one. Let's just do a test. We'll compare the two. Build them both out with a semi-meta loadout. Optimized meta. This is an AGS one. Zhukov. SE5. Then we'll go with QDC. You don't need to swap barrels for this guy, so it makes quite a big difference. Makes it quite a bit better. 69.41. It's pretty good. It's pretty strong. It doesn't cost anywhere near as much to mod it. Oops. Let me just add some short range optics on. .553. We'll just go with that for now, so it's the same on both. BP, BP, BP. We'll just fill it with BP for now. Have a look. Let's have a look. So, actually, let's get a bit closer. You can go with the N6 split and then the CQR. That's probably not a bad shout. That's the mutant's kick. Here's the RD. They're very similar. The RD kicks slightly less, probably because of the RPM mainly. It's pretty close though. Like, that's actually really close. Let's just reset it. We'll have a look at the 2 recoil patterns. Love your videos. Thanks for doing so much research for the community. No problem, man. Yo, hello, Darky Sand. Short 2, so you could get CQB. Yeah. That's the thing. The mutant's like pretty long, right? I think this is probably okay. This is the RD. On full auto. Oh, let me change the thingy bob. Boop. They're not barter only. They're just on level 4 traders. So that's the mutant. Here's the RD. So it doesn't really matter that much. The RD is higher. And the thing is though, once they settle into this pattern, it doesn't really make any difference. Like the RD jumps a bit higher and the pattern settles higher. That's because of the worst convergence stat on the RD. So the RD doesn't have an auto control stat as good as the mutants. The mutants one's better. So despite the fact that it's got a higher fire rate, it actually controls better. So it comes down to a more central point versus the RD, which is higher, even though it's got a lower RPM. But they're both very, very similar. Like, technically speaking, the mutant is better. Technically speaking. Do you want to forward spray the first shot? Should be at stomach. No, you just need to control it. I'll show you. I'll show you. Yeah, so these are all on traders level 4. So the skier has the mutant and mechanic has the RD. Right. So what you want to do is this. You just need to, rather than letting it go up like that, you just need to pull down. I did it too much there. There. That's what you want to do. You just need to pull down. Oops, I've got the bug on there. There. Just need to give it a little pull at the start. Just a little pull, and then relax it. Because what it'll do, the gun wants to go up and then down. So what you have to do is you have to pull down and then push back up again. That's what you got to do. Right, full auto, right side, full auto, right side peeking. Yeah, sure. Let's just like right side peek from here. So here's the, what's this? So this is the mutant. This is with no control whatsoever. Not controlling this at all. It's basically the same. Like, it's basically the same. It's very, very similar. The thing about the mutant though is that the mutant has a faster fire rate, right? So you've got 650 versus 600. Which is meaningful. Like, the lower the RPM is, the bigger the jump in RPM means. You know, if it was 50 RPM versus 100 RPM, that's 100% double. That's a doubling in DPS. So going from 800 to 900 is probably about the same as going 600 to 650, something roughly. Maybe a bit more, but anyway, we need to buy something, don't we? Should we just buy like a black fast MT? We can try this headset out. Can you put the thingies on as well? What can you put on with this? I guess you can put the visor. Can you put the sidearm on with the headset? I feel like you can't. Can you only do it on the exfil? Can't put that on. I think you can put this on. Heavy Trooper. That's the only thing that you can do. Yeah, you can put that on. Which is kind of silly, right? This is just class 2 with a high ricochet. Now, I don't think you allowed... They changed it, so you used to be able to like add contacts as well when it was on, because this is part of the helmet. You used to be able to add both at once, which was like really, really silly. But they stopped that from working, which is probably a good thing. I don't even know what that did. I actually don't know what that did. I ran out of glasses. Oh. Ran out of glasses. Sucks. RD can run 50 random with good ergo. Yes, that's one of the reasons why I like the RD. Problem with having all this junk in here is whenever I buy anything, I don't know where it is. Oh, that's already full. Let's just like junk some of this stuff just so we can like see what the hell's actually going on here. Load of this just like random parts for the mutant and stuff. Random ember sights and all sorts of crap. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Actually, I think that was the one I actually used to craft stuff. Get rid of that. We'll keep the whiskey. Keep this. Oh, that's a shorty barrel. Love this helmet setup. Yeah, it's a good one. The good one. Scroll, 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 scroll. I hate this, but what are these worth? 86 or something? Get rid of that guy. That might be worth more, but I'm not really, don't really care. Sell these for nearly 60k. Right. Okay, so we're going with the mutant for now. Keep the RD down here. Yeah, so we've got the headset, got that. We need a rig of some kind. Okay, we'll take one of these light rigs again. What I had them in here for. Thunder bolt. Oh, and I've got LCBR, okay. What else we got then? So we got Kalok. Did I use CMS kit in the last one? No, I did not. Let's bring that. I'm using the carpet. Let's pack these mags properly. So we're going to go PS, load that. Also some more of this. We'll buy 100. Just have it in the stash. Or that'll do. I should probably need a little touch more. Because yeah, you just run out of BP quite quickly. I don't know how much I've got now. 320, and that's because I've been crafting it. I've crafted a couple of... Got some here actually. What we need to do is get rid of the finding raid tag. You got to be quite diligent about getting rid of the finding raid tag, otherwise it becomes a real problem. You can see how you run out quickly. It's why I'm stacking all my mags these days. You just like, I don't have enough. I'm not crafting enough to just consistently waste that much BP, or use that much BP. I should say waste. I mean, we're using it properly for the right reasons, so. Okay, Pro P. More SJ6s and stuff. Alright, we can get this again. Buy 2 of them. I wish there was a proper back button. There. Okay, that's the SJ6. We'll put that up on, 9. And then we want some nades, I guess. Take 2 of those. I can stay down there, actually. That's fine. Oh, in a bag. What are we going to have? Where is it? We were using the Tasmanian one before, just because why not? The tri-zip's honestly fine. I mean, we're killing, aren't we? We're killing, not looting. Right, well, I'm sorry that took us so long to get up into the raid. I think it's because, it's because we were looking at the guns, wasn't it? That's why. It's because we were looking at the builds for the Mark 47 and the RD. That's why it's taken us so long to get back in. So that's fine. Oh, we can use the off mount. Look at this. The oh no, the Canty one, which gives you +1. Hey. I mean, whether we should go back to flashlights, I'm not sure. Maybe we should just go back to flashlights. Should we try Balder Pro again? Let's give it a go. I'm not the best with flashlights, but I'm getting better at discipline, turning them on and off. So maybe we'll try it again. Anything else I need? So we've got the stuff in there. We've got money just in case we end up going to the thing. We've got this. We've got heals. We've got all of our stims. Right. We've got SG6. We've got ammo. We've got extra ammo. I know what we want. We want an extra stack of PS in here. Good. Let's go. Let's do it. Oh, we look cool as hell, don't we? This is actually a real sick loadout. Look at that. This is a sick loadout. We look like a proper operator. You lose low sensitivity. I have 800 DPI and I use 0.5 in game. I wouldn't say it's that low, really. I don't think it's that low. Interchange, let's go, boys. Let's go. With a contact falls at customs on the road. Oh. You'll possibly hit play up to 220 meters. What?
Thanks for the consistent quality content. No faffing about.
Thank you for the 100 bits, 21. Thank you. Appreciate it. Supervisor and a slap plate. Oh, can you? Why is Oakley instead of the Condors? They were black. That was the only real reason. I think they've got slight durability difference, but it doesn't matter. Audio good? I'm not sure yet. It doesn't sound terrible. Thought glasses don't stack with the face shield. That you have a video on it? I do, yeah. I do. You're quite right. Wish auto sorting was better? Me too. SVD versus 338 Lapua, which is scarier. 338 Lapua. SVD can't one-shot you with any of the rounds, whereas 338 Lapua can. You're mixing 7.62 between BP and PS? I am. Yeah, pain. I have to. I'm going to run out of bullets otherwise. We still lower BP by 2 pen and 3 damage? Maybe. Then it'll make it not instant against class 4. How's the audio? It's okay. It's alright.
I just joined. Gimme the lowdown. Is audio fixed?
It's better on Interchange. You can't hear people in the basement when you're on the first floor. We did have a situation where I didn't hear a guy like scuttling away, but maybe that made sense. I'm not sure yet. We're trying out a few different headsets and stuff, so we'll see. It does seem like an improvement on Interchange though, for sure, because before it was just unprioritized. Right, let me just press the button for Twitch. Not the meta mutant build you're supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. Oh no, was I the chosen one of the non-meta? Yeah, we've gone for full meta mutant. Do you ever hit Kibber? Nah, I don't bother. Bank holiday beef? Yes, indeed. Why not increase DPI and lower sense for better input? I'm not sure if that would make any difference for me. Maybe it would. At that point, I think it's just small granularity, whatevers. It does make it harder to set your sense. I guess I could set it to half.
Keep up the non-salty content, enjoying it.
Hey. Chashes, thank you for the 2 months, dude. Appreciate it. Non-salt gaming. Here we are. What time is it? 3:08. Still have a bit of time, actually. A lot of fun with the Mark 18. I can imagine. You have to do a lot of grinding to get the Mark 18, though. What's your opinion of gameplay balance of 3 per one-shotting thorax? I think that's fine. It's a really expensive gun, firing a very niche round. It's very expensive to put a suppressor on it. It only one-shots 50-50 through class 5, so it's not guaranteed. The AP I think is fine, because that's finding raid. Maybe there should be a better way of getting it, but I don't know, it's a risk-reward thing. Like, the gun's about... If you have a good scope on it, and suppressed, the weapon's genuinely worth like 400k. And it's a bolt action. And the semi-auto is like locked behind 1,000 kills on an annoying boss. So you just never ever see it. Sometimes you see the XMC. But yeah, I just never see the Mark 18. But I think it's okay. After this, we'll swap back to the RD, I think. I managed with Lapurs, but both times I've been shot with Lapur AP while I was wearing a slick. Damn. I ran into it one time I was wearing class 5, and I got shot with FMJ, and it one-shot me, which is a 50-50 chance. Oh, I've gone for a very close range optic, haven't I? I forgot to change over to a nice scope. Oh well, we're in for the short game then, I suppose. I know somebody went over into the Ollie side. I guess we could go into idea. Maybe that's better actually. Let's try that. Is the audio fixed? It seems better. Is flashlight bug fixed? It seems better. I don't know if it's completely fixed. I've seen some reports of it not being totally fixed. The flashlight thing, but flashlights themselves are like not as bad as they were. Gameplay wise. It seems better. Whoa, I overshot them. Or might have been here before me. Quite bassy with these RAC headset. I feel like I need to turn my game up, like, actually. Did they say that they lowered the volume of the headsets? I can't remember if they said that. I think this will help. This sounds like it used to. Killer pack a loss sort of thing? I don't know. I would imagine so. Maybe this is going to make Interchange like sound even more quiet though. Okay. I don't want to go that way. Let's go this way. Interchange scope at least is not Snoreline. I don't mind Snoreline. Who would that have been? I wonder if I get the ringing there because I'm not wearing an actual headset. as far as the game's concerned. Because I didn't think that you got ringing. You had a... Or maybe it's just a scav. I think it's probably just a scav. I didn't think you got the ring if you had an actual headset on. But we're not wearing a headset per se. It's like part of the helmet. I heard somebody there, over that side. There's a scav, I think, on the side of this wall. They're like freaking me out with their audio. I guess let's just ignore them. Ignore the scav. Lighting and audio fixed on Interchange. Who? That person? Was that a person or was that just a graphical glitch? Was that somebody? How'd you do Killer if you can't hear him? I don't know. I can't kill Killer. Like, Killer's impossible for me anyway. Was that a person? I don't know, man. I can't tell if that was somebody or whether it was just like my eyes going a bit weird. Looked like somebody who like ran right to left into Dino or something. I don't hear anything though. No. Guess not. I guess not. I'm just going completely mad. That's always good, isn't it? How is that guy not dead?
Oh shit.
How is he still alive? How is that guy still alive? I don't understand. That was funny though. He was just like, oh. I genuinely don't know how that guy's still alive. I could have sworn those shots were pretty much on point. If I'm off target, then I'm the first to admit it. I don't understand that though. Good job he didn't have a good gun. Hello, finally catching you stream live. Hello, Nikolai. Nicolaj, sorry. One's got double tapped. The poor FMJ. Slick, no pen. Twice the blunt damage was enough. Damn. Throw flashbangs? Yeah, throw flashbangs. You hear people throwing flashbangs and they're like killer hunters, aren't they? Hello, Frazadaz. Long time no see. Hello. Has indeed been a while. This headset sounds really, really weird. It's just a scav. This headset sounds super strange. Anyone, any info about the wipe? Nope. Oh, she dead 5 seconds later. Alright, let's get a bit more on this. Notice any difference? There is some big differences to the headsets for sure. Oh, what's going on? I can't hit anything today. In this raid. We had like the most cracked out raid of our life the last time. And this time now we just can't kill anybody. Even scavs just around corners. It's nuts. Yeah, this headset is not my cup of tea, I don't think. We'll see, but... I think YouTube is clearer? Probably. This is probably better audio. Just in general. Are you enjoying the sun today? I'm enjoying it by being inside. I cannot tell where people are coming from with this headset. Like, in all seriousness. I do not know where they're shooting from. The RAC is not it, apparently. As far as I'm concerned. That is not the play. I don't know how he messed that up. I'm not sure. Gotta heal this. Have the sword-ins yet? No, I haven't. Reminds me to move to Twitch to sub with the Prime. Well, you're very kind if you come and sub with the Prime. Appreciate it. Right. Did that used to say that? It now says fewer than half. Nice scar. We're not in a good way to be fighting this fight. Somebody who's like meta bunny hopping around as well. Gonna try and get away from him for a minute and fix our life. And we can carry on doing whatever. Get in here for a minute. Right. These arms were not made for aiming. I say just seems to have certain sounds that I get picked up. Just sounds really quiet. You should have killed you must be a Timmy. What's he got? Well, he's got a 5.56 scar, right? And he's fighting against a hex grid. Oh. I've run out of TMS. God. M32's the way? Maybe. If I put this combination on and then take this. I mean, that sounds... Is that better or not? I'm honestly not sure. What's he using anyway? Oh, M9... Okay, he's actually using like good ammo. 561 under M995. I guess it's just, yeah, hex grid supremacy, I suppose. Used to say less than half? Yeah. Did you kill two more better suited ones? Maybe. With our hex where it is, I think we're probably just on the way out. To be fair. Disgusting Scar. Oh, yeah, this is a bit weird. It's got the mini... Oh, it's got the mini monster. This isn't a bad build, though. I wouldn't say that that's a terrible build. If I'm honest. We're going to unload these. And take them with us. There we go. Okay, right, where do we need to go? You can still loot that other guy. Which was that? Which was the guy? Where was the other guy? So we killed... Oh, the guy that was impossible to... The guy that was impossible to kill at the start. Yes, that's true. Which shot was he in? Didn't hit you with many of his shots? No. Indeed. He's down here somewhere, isn't it? He was in the store around the corner, right? Where do we need to go again? Emicol. I don't know, it just feels kind of... All just feels kind of dangerous. Doesn't the Scar Mini Monster fit into a 3x2? Probably not the long-barreled one. He was in here, right? Oh, flashlights are really good. Damn it. I should have just left. I should have just left. Playing against flashlights is so annoying. You can shoot at center of mass, but it's like, how do you kill them? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. Left leg. What do you kill us with? M80. Fair enough. Oh yeah, because we got hit by this guy had a P90. Funny. Oh no, sorry, it was a pistol, wasn't it? It was the that was the dude with the 5.7. Yeah, we should have just left. I did actually have a flashlight. I should have turned it on. I just forgot. Notice anything different about the audio with the patch? Some reason I still have a problem with no sound Mazzaro flash detonating. Huh. I think maybe that happens to everybody. I think Pesley put that in his vid. You blacked out both your hands with the first two shots. Yeah. After the patch, flashlight almost necessary now. Everyone's running them. It's just like, it's such a corny game mechanic. It just makes fighting inside just really, it just feels really random. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like, how are you supposed to, I don't know how you're supposed to counterplay it. Like, having your flashlight on doesn't diminish theirs. It doesn't allow you to see them any more clearly. It just like, you now both are blind. I just don't really like it as a mechanic in the way that it's currently implemented. Not particularly. It's strong. I don't mind people using it. That's completely fair enough if people want to use it. But, yeah, I don't know. Use 2 flashlights. That's next level. That's big brain. For sure. Well, we got 2 more kills, though. Can't be... Oh, man. I managed 2. I managed to buy an extra sling. I'll just stick it down here for now. Right, so we can go back to the RD. Lethrom. Boys, thank you so much for the Prime, my man. Appreciate it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so we said contacts didn't feel like... The contacts didn't sound too bad when I used them last time. Let's try GSSH. Let's just see. I know everybody goes, oh, GSSH. It's like almost a meme at this point. But let's try GSSH. And we can try with... Let's just go with the TTSK. We're going to get... Actually, I wonder if I have another drum. I might do. I don't. Must have used them up already. Function. Oh no, where is it? Oh yes, right here. It's right here. There we go. X Products Drum Mag. It's so good on the RD. I love this thing. This was all BP, I think. Get a bunch more. Yeah, take this, top this up. Take 15, put it in there, put that in. 15 more, put that in there. Maybe I should even diminish the amount. Especially with the drum mag, I don't need as many backup mags, but I don't know. We'll keep it like this for now. With 30 and 20, stick that in there. That's got BP in it already, I think. Okay, that's okay in terms of ammo amount. That'll do. That one, and then we'll go with another one of these. I've just got so many of these S-March, not S-March, so many of these like Calocs from other players. It's like, may as well use them. Every man and his dog's got one. Are you running binaural? Yes. I basically always run binaural. I'm a binaural homie. I love binaural. I think it's good. I just can't hear where people are without it. I really can't. I find it very difficult without binaural audio on. I've always liked binaural. The only times I didn't use it was when there were actual bugs with binaural and it was giving frame drops. Those are the only times that I haven't used them. Sagur. Why are flashlights becoming an issue now? I never heard players feel they were an issue before. Well, they weren't an issue because they were bugged, so you couldn't actually use them. Well, you could use them, but you gave away your position, even when they were off. So people haven't been using them for a while. But they've just fixed it, so everyone's using them again, and it's very annoying. I never liked flashlights before, even when they were working. I just don't think it's very... Let's put it this way. I don't think it's very balanced. I don't think flashlights are balanced in the current iteration of the game. I think they're unbalanced because everyone has to use one. If you're screwing yourself in CQB if you don't use one, which I think is a bad way for a game to be designed, in my opinion. You know what? It was actually fine with just the CQB thing. I can't remember, was it? There were situations where I probably would have preferred something else. The one that I quite like is the I like the 1x8. I do quite like that gun. And that, this thing here, the PM. Actually alright. Kind of ruins the aesthetic of this weapon, but going for realism, that's pretty much what like when someone shines it in your face. Well, why do we have the CMS kit in the game? You know, why do we have all these injectors in the game? The game is a combination of realism and other stuff, right? It's not all fully realistic. We shouldn't use that as an excuse to hide behind for bad game design. GSH quite good now? Hey, my boys! I always like the GSSHs, so we'll see. Figured out my Twitch login. Thank you, man. Alright, we good here? I think we're good. Vectors, oh, I don't actually have a... I know, yeah, we'll stick that in there. We don't have a Propitol in our rig. These are really expensive now, have you seen? They're like... That's actually quite cheap. 32k, I'm going to buy that. But they generally... Sometimes they go up to like 40,000 rubles now. It's actually crazy. Alright, let's do it. How many more have we got? We don't actually have that many more to do, surely. 6 more. I'm getting there. Interchange, here we go. Bosh. Oh, I should take the glasses now, actually. Let me take the glasses. Do shades or visors reduce flashlight effect? They don't seem to. They affect actual flashbangs, but they don't affect flashlights, unfortunately. If only sunglasses help mitigate. I agree. Then why don't you use them? I am going to use them. It's just annoying. Seen the new 2x flashlight meta? I haven't. Is it just bad or unbalanced because there isn't a way to counter them except use another flashlight? Well, but it's not even that, right? Like, it's not even a counter. It's just that you both have a bad time now. Like the actual gunplay experience when both players have flashlights is atrocious. It's just atrocious, right? It's a random crapshoot as to who wins a lot of the time. You just have to just point into the glow and then that's it. I just find it's not particularly fun or engaging. There's no counterplay. You just have to use one yourself to try and blind them enough so that you might win the RNG battle. It's just like, it just sucks. I don't like it. I don't think it's fun or skillful. Wear shades that reduce flashlight brightness but also affect how much you can see. Maybe. I just think it's stupid. I just think it shouldn't be as strong as it is. Yeah, maybe sunglasses should... Yeah, maybe just reduce... Like, I don't know whether it should have pros and cons even. It's just like, you wear glasses and it just mitigates them, like, a lot. To the point at which you can fight properly. Wave flashlights working in this game is quite bad, though. Most flashlights with focus beam. They have a focus beam now, boys. They've changed it so that you have to be pretty much dead ahead for it to be really bad. Otherwise, it's not like it used to be anymore when you're side on, which is much better. So I agree with you, but I think they fixed it, I believe. Tactical mirror, yeah, shine it back. Guessing GSSH? I don't know, I'm trying it. RAC headset is not it for me. The sounds are way too different. I can't understand what's going on there. Do glasses still stand out? It depends on the glasses, Nathan. There's a load of the ones with certain textures that do it, but the armored ones are usually fine. Right, let me just press the button for Twitch. Propital's good at 20, but 30, 40 is going back to adrenaline. Maybe. It's a lot of money for Propital. What level are you? 48. Yeah, some of the older ones, things like, what are they even called? Crossbows and things like that. It's the ones that have got the old shaded texture, but then the new ones are genuinely okay. They're such really bad now. After the update, they were much better. What does that mean? Are really bad now. After the update, they were much better. Well, after the update, though, so are they bad or good? 2 times flashlight turns you into the sun for your opponent, and you still have 80% visibility. It's just so dopey. Like, why is it like that? Did in Fortress, I was in crack. Wouldn't have seen him if it wasn't for the black bar of his sunglasses. I know, it's so silly. I'm a new player to Tarkov. Any advice? Learn the maps. Map knowledge is key at the beginning. Map knowledge is key. Ugh. Don't die. Yeah. They have reduced range. It depends on whose test you listen to. Some people say it doesn't make any difference. Some people say it does. Seems a bit random. I only got sound in your right ear using contact twos. Ah. Is the audio fixed so you can still hear 3 stories up? I've not heard any players on a different floor yet in Interchange. Which is good. I think the Interchange... what would you call it? The Interchange occlusion zone seems to be fixed. The headset audio is another thing, so that's a bit weird. But the occlusion zones on Interchange seem a lot better. Finally got Punisher 4 done after last night. Ah, well done. Now you want to Punisher 5. Punisher 5, I just ram my face through factory until you eventually win. Prone is a death trap most of the time. Most of the time, if you don't know what you're doing. 3 hits, so 3 ads at once. Feel I'm watching TV. And bleh. Yeah, it sucks, doesn't it? And an MDR. MDR is good. I like the MDR. There we go. Yeah, they are tinny, but GSSH has always been tinny. I don't necessarily mind tinny. So long as I can hear people. Which kind of MDR is it? Is it a 5.56 one or a 7.62 by 51 NATO? The only problem is you won't be able to buy good ammo for it. That's the issue. So look at this. This is with a 50 rounder in it and a suppressor. The RD is just so good. Such a good gun. 7.62 MDR feels ass. Well, they materially changed the PMC auto control on the MDR and on the SCAR. But people never thought the SCAR was amazing, whereas lots of people really love the MDR. I think people feel it a bit more on that. Right, let's see what's going on here. I'm really low stamina. So I'm kind of risking it here, because if I get shot once, I'm just going to have 0 stamina. Oh god, it's so laggy. Oh my god, it's like stuttering like crazy. Oops. Oh, I screwed my jump up. I don't really want to push that staircase while it's like stuttering so much. God, it's like stuttering. That's so bad. I have to wait for it to calm down here. There we go. That's a bit better. Tetris. Okay. Tetris. Can't really swap anything out now. Golden Star's worth more, unfortunately. As is BP. Now, are those above? Sounds like above that. I do believe. Interesting. Why does no one use the RPK? Because no one likes 545. That's why. Unless about the Scar texture glitch, put it away. Seems like it's fixed. Everyone's saying it's fixed. I want to get used to PvP, seeing them before they kill me. Seeing people before they kill you is like the first step. And then actually being able to participate in the gunfight is the second step. Yeah, to be honest, I'm probably lucky that I didn't push up the escalator. I kind of wanted to, but it's such a brain dead obvious thing. There's still shots over here though. I wonder if our lads from the VoIPing. I don't know whether they're just like strictly upstairs though or not. I would guess so. Yeah, 760 BP you can't buy, you have to craft it. Eight times is a little big. Oh. Let's try and get a creep up on this guy. My arm stamina won't support that. What's the play? I know. Hail Mary. Creep. This is supposedly silent. Isn't 8 times zoom a little excessive? It is a bit. Rat mode engaged. Okay, I feel quite good about that. Bombing over there. Guessing that's upstairs, but you know what, we're gonna lie this way because we're behind a box. SVD, are you luck? Guy's really low level. Interesting. Good bullets though. Grizzly. Look at that. Emacom. Okay, let's reload this guy. Hello, Jarkis. How's it going, man? What do you think about SPT? I just think it's a shame that BSG don't want to use the community to help with some stuff. I think that their take on it is like just too hardline. I don't think there's any reason to be so hardline about it. Should we just go? I guess we have to go through the map to get to Emacom. Oh, I saw somebody in there. Okay, this is a scav. The dark corners of Interchange. That's how it goes. ESO. Not very good. AICS. Nothing in those. The org is worthless. Maybe, yes. Stuff like today, remember why I stopped? Every time I try to peek an enemy, it's one shot headshot no matter what. It does happen. Like, peeking is generally bad, I would say. Even though there's peeker's advantage, it's like... Peeker's advantage is a thing, but it's called peeker's advantage, not because you should be peeking your enemies. Let's put it that way. What's going on over there? What am I stuck behind? I'm stuck behind a table. Like, what else is there other than, like, tech light in the corner? I mean, it could be an ollie. I don't think it is, but... On-screen chat? Yeah, I turn it off in the raid. because it's very distracting otherwise, and it ruins the editing process when I put it in YouTube videos. I just don't like the way it looks, so I turn it off in Raid. God, that is deafening. About to go Lightkeeper, bring an item from the labs. Oh, do you have to like take an item to him from labs? Who's throwing nades up here? I could have sworn I just heard. Who's that? One of the best things about Interchange is the crazy flanks. Indeed. You saw the weapon? Looks a bit meta. It does look quite meta, doesn't it? Has new audio been better? Yes. Richer scopes. You know what? It's actually not a bad plan. Yeah, the razor's good. I wonder where he is. Has elite level vitality have been achieved? Not by me. Hey, but I'm a favorite content creator along with Jesse Kazan. I love Jesse. Jesse's he's a real genuine dude. He's a nice homie. Yeah, where are we going? In Emacom. Let's just go, I guess. Yeah, he's a nice guy, Jesse. I would certainly rate him. Hello, hope you're doing well. I'm good. You rat? Sometimes. Yeah, footsteps pretty loud. My own footsteps are fairly deafening with GSSH on, but I don't necessarily mind. As long as I can hear other people, I kind of don't mind it. But they can be crunchy boys, that's for sure. Up we go. How's directional audio been? Really bad with some headsets. I was using the RAC headset and it was really, really terrible. But maybe that's because I'm just not used to the way that headset sounds or the way it's supposed to sound. I don't know. Audio changes have you noticed? I haven't heard anybody on the wrong floor in Interchange. When I was coming up the stairs, I heard somebody around the tech light, the bottom of the tech light, like lobby area. And that was a little weird. But it wasn't terrible. I was like, I guess we're kind of on the same floor and it's sort of the area's open here, so I guess. I knew where they were, so it wasn't like I was confused. Which is fair enough, right? Like, I wasn't confused about their direction. I knew exactly which direction they were supposed to be in. I just kind of questioned, like, the sound itself, but I mean, it was fine broadly. Otherwise, it's been kind of okay. It's not too bad. The fact that there's a scav here means there's probably not that many players. Actually, outside, though. I quite like the audio with the GSSH. It's just a shame the step audio is so loud. Let's go. How about the flashlight bug? It does seem to be mostly resolved. Because everybody thinks it's resolved, everyone's running a flashlight right now. So I think we would have seen it. Like, I've seen reports that it's not completely fixed, on some people's channels. I think one peg was saying that it's not totally fixed, and there was some, I think Pesley was saying it's not fixed either, but I think it might be better. I think there might be some situations in which it still occurs, but it's a lot better than it was. It's not 100% certain. But anyway, Interchange audio is like significantly better than it used to be, I would say. Actually hear where people are coming from and stuff, and you don't hear people on the basement when you're in the main mall and that kind of thing. And I think if you hear somebody upstairs, it's really muffled, and it's very different to when somebody is walking next to you. So that makes a huge difference too, because I think you can now tell. It's like, even if it's a little artificial, it's just like, well, now you can tell whether people are above you, because it's the same sounds but really muffled, and eventually we'll just get used to it. It's like, oh, that's up on Interchange, because you can't hear down, so they must be up. I missed a bit. Would you say is a good headset for hearing low frequency sounds like footsteps and ADS? It's hard to know yet. I haven't tested them all. I don't like the RAC headset. I think Contact 2 sound quite tinny. I didn't mind the Razors, Walker Razors. They seemed okay. GSSHs are very tinny, but they don't sound terrible to me. Mostly good patch? I think so. Notice when you walk through a bush or near a tree, the audio is in a volume for me, and when my duo passes another bush or tree, the sound is way louder. Could be. Reddit post saying the patch completely ruined the game and needs to be reverted. I mean, there's tons of people saying the audio is completely busted now and that it's just awful. I haven't played labs though. Which headsets have the furthest hearing distance? Apparently, this is like, don't take my word for it, right? Because I got all this information from other people. I haven't tested it myself. People are saying the Contact 4s are the best. That I think it was the RAC, and also that the XLs were good. RAC sounds really bad for me, so I don't know. But the XLs are probably a decent contender, I think. GSSH didn't sound awful when I used it, but I'm kind of a GSSH aficionado. I used to use them all the time. It's kind of hard for me to know. Well, we got out with all of our Tetrises, which is nice. These Tetrises are good. They go for 80k or so, 85k. So not bad. What the random gumph did we get that we don't need? That, this, that. I don't know whether I'll use the SVD. Kind of like, we're kind of over the SVD now. I feel like maybe we sell the mags for the SVD. I don't think we're going to need to run that guy. Oh, I could sell that 40 rounder as well. We'll sell the Banshee because I don't use class 4 anymore. No need to use class 4 at this point. So let's take actually all the bits out. So I think it's just this scope, really. Don't even like the LeBev mount very much. Oh, and the AGS. Oh, and the ARE. Oh, and the MOE. Okay. Okay, that's all right. Oh, and the Balder Pro. Okay, and the SE5. All right, there's quite a few bits on here that are good. We'll keep the ammo just in case, because the ammo is kind of expensive and really easy to store. But we'll just get rid of the SVD. Get rid of that as well. While we're at it. Cool. So, I think this guy's tag. So I think we've got, what was it, 5 more to do? Like, we're getting there now. 5 more kills, my friends. 5 more kills. BT, that's an M6. 7. Take the F1. Where's my stack of PS gone? There. Leave it there. Cool. Okay. Oops. Sugars go so fast. You have to be like really quick off the mark to buy them. Sugar, sugar, sugar. For them. See, now we can start a whiskey craft. We can start it in here. Contact 4s are absolutely amazing. The range is absurd. Yeah, they're like 200 and something K though. XLs were over 100k. Contacts are over 200 all the time. I saw them at 160 earlier. I guess it wasn't too bad. For a headset though, freaking hell. It's because everyone's testing them out, right? It'll calm down, I think. People will not want to go so crazy about it as time goes on. I'm willing to bet. This always happens because everyone wants to try out all the headsets. Like, there's no With the headsets especially, there's no replica for just like giving it a go yourself. Like, what else are you supposed to do? You just have to try it. Right, so, you know, we're actually like we're getting on our way to our next thick case as well. We could even buy a few of these to speed it along, but let's not do that. What I should do actually is I'm keeping that just in case. I don't think we're not going to do Kappa, honestly, but they're annoying to find, so. Oh, look, they're 160k now, these things, are they? People buying my beauty. The good old TTSK. Interesting. Slowly utilizing the stuff in this section. Good. I'm getting there. Right, back to Interchange. I think that's everything. Yeah. We'll try the GSSHs again. I feel like even though my footsteps are really loud, I feel like I can hear easily. You don't have any setting on change after the patch, do you? I do a bit. At the beginning, and then it goes away. To me, the sound signature to all headsets got less bass with this change. I agree. Hello, Alex Jack. What's your survival rate and PMC KD? My PMC KD is like 1.55, I think. We checked this last stream, and my survival rate is like 57%, I think. Current goal for you? So I'm currently waiting for, and I should probably have said this before, I said it at the beginning of the stream, but I'm currently waiting for the Lightkeeper Task Assessment Part 3 to roll round into the Key to the Tower, because that's the next quest for us, but I only managed to finish it this morning because I was crafting all of the meds for it. I had the SJ9s already, but I needed to craft SJ1s, and I needed to craft SJ6s. But because I was busy over the weekend, I didn't get to run the craft as much as I would like, so I only finished them this morning, and then there was a 24-hour delay, so it'll be ready for tomorrow. So we've got to go and find the transmitter on Lighthouse somewhere. There's like 20 spots that it could be. So we're going to go and do that tomorrow, but we can't do it today. So right now we're doing Longline instead. Notice recycling empty gas canisters makes more money if you craft flechette and sell them rather than grenade case. That might be true now. It keeps fluctuating and changing. Oh, I need to press the button for Twitch. Let me just press that. We get into the next one. Sold the contact force. I also sold the contact force for 220k. Hello, Labyrinth. Are you getting a lighting bug when going through a building, or is it just a shoreline thing? I don't know. I've not played shoreline, so it's not been. I've not had any weird bugs, I don't think. You get thick at level 35 for Finely Made Athletics and O-Scope. You do indeed. But then you can buy more using the Moonshine Barters and the Ledex Barter. Depending on which one you want to do. I like the Moonshine one because you can slowly work into it. It's a bit easier. Shoreline sometimes strobes you? I've not played it. I've not played Shoreline. Interchange just has some... I don't know about the Underground, whether it looks bad still. I didn't think they changed it, but they had the lights turned off in the distance if you went too close to one of the other lights, which is weird. You can sell 60 for the shot for 2.5k a piece, which is more like 140k for 2 canisters. The problem with grenade cases now is that often they're actually just unprofitable because the price of nuts has gone so high. Like, bolts used to be the expensive part, but nuts now are really expensive. I don't know why. What's the best thing to craft for max profit? Kajura into... Oh, sorry, 4 sling bags into Kajura. That makes money every time. You can pick your time and make tons of money, but it only costs 8k, and they sell for at least 20,000 rubles. The 3 types of grenades, the 2 M67s and the 1 smoke grenade, you can turn those into a green gunpowder. They're selling for anywhere up to 60,000 rubles now, and the inputs cost you, I don't know, what is it, 15k or something? Like, that makes loads of money, green gunpowder now. It's crazy, because everyone needs it for crafting ammo. Then the whiskey craft in the nutrition unit is good if you're drinking bottles of water, which I am. Water filter still makes tons of money, even though the water filters themselves are 100 and something to 140k. Like, the super waters are still about that much, and you get, like, you only use 2/3 of a water filter to make a super water, so that's like a no-brainer. The Moonshine one doesn't really matter, but if you're using finely made sugar, sorry, not finely made, so if you're using sugar that you're eating to refill your PMC out of raid, then you kind of get it for free, sort of. It's arguable because the sugar's expensive, isn't it? But if you're buying it anyway for that, then like you just get to craft it for cheaper. And it's usually cheaper doing it because people have to pay the flea market fee and yada yada. What else? 2.5k scav case basically always makes money. It's very hard to lose money because you only pay 2.5k, and sometimes you get things like the AGS sniper grip, which goes for 80,000 rubles or something, and you multiply your money by 30x or something, which is crazy. There's quite a few. Like the workbench has loads of crafts that make money. Things like yellow handle pliers into red handle pliers. That's really fast as well. DVD drives into circuit boards. That's a good one. Cords into power cords into wires. I normally just do green gunpowder though. I tend to do that one and the yellow handled one because it's so cheap. What's the cheapest stick barter? Think about getting another one. It depends at the time. Go on to Tarkov.dev and look up the item. Tarkov.dev is really good, by the way. It tells you kind of... It's an average price, so you have to sort of look at it a little bit yourself. But you can like override prices in there and stuff. Like, it's really good. And for sharp 50% fee. They changed it. It did at one point, you're right. I'm actually going to use my SJ6 from in here. Big, what's up? Just watch the shoddy vid. Good stuff. Hey, nice one, man. Yeah, like people picked customs on the last one, and I was like, yeah, I guess we'll do it. We'll just like we'll get it done. And I haven't played customs that much, so I was like, let's go back and look at a historic one that went well, and it was like slightly different and a bit more interesting. I'm not sure about what I'm going to do with this particular piece that I've been putting out for the last couple of weeks. I'm not sure what I'm doing with it. Right. It's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, it's quick for me to do, and it's like relatively easy compared to the other content, but like, it doesn't get viewed as much, but does that necessarily matter? Like, it's just, I'm deciding like what I want to do with it. Or whether I change the format a bit and do something else like have viewer submitted raids and critique other people's gameplay, or critiquing high tier players' game crate is like, it wouldn't even be critiquing, it would be sort of going through it, looking at why they're good. That's like another idea, but I'm just not sure what's like actually going to be useful or good, or like what's not. It also is, you know, what's time consuming for me to make and blah blah blah. A complex combination of stuff. Can I just jump over that? I can. Yes, shooting, but where from? I mean, we could go up into tech light, I suppose. Probably the first here. That's a funny step bug. I wonder if there's somebody outside. I don't know. OPS case for BP. I did do that at the end of one wipe. Going to find LEDX. I found one. I found it on labs. Any thoughts on the Corund? It's okay as an entry level class 5, but it gets shredded fast, which is the problem. What maps do you recommend new players to learn? Probably woods, or outside on shoreline. Customs you need to learn because there's so many quests. Woods is probably the best because you can avoid people really. Weapons good for Punisher 5. MP7 if you have access to FMJ. Was that a killer? What do we think, guys? Upstairs or this way? Probably upstairs, isn't it? Look out there somewhere. There's like an insane fight going on over here. How's the new audio? Not too bad, Dark Soul. It's good on Interchange, I think. The Interchange audio is better, in my opinion. Much better than it was. It sounds so cool, right? The audio sound is really good, I think. The way it sounds is awesome. Man, is this fight all the way over at power or something? Could be up at Idea Office, I guess. You're very lost in woods at the beginning. This is true. You do need a map. I feel like I can hear forever with this. Labs for beginners. Do you have any post effects? I do. Do exclamation settings. I think it'll show you. Interesting. I don't like Map Genie because you can't see all of the maps. Hello, I noticed a bug might be related to contacts, so I just can't hear footsteps. I'm not sure. That sounds like a bug to me. This is GSSH. RRD AK of some kind. This guy's not looted at all. A massive, massive fight. There's another guy there. How bizarre.
Gold, please. Great videos.
Hey. Danmax, thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Welcome to... Wait. Wait, what? They got killed by someone else. That's nuts. He got pincered by me and another guy. I wonder if they heard me. I don't want to lose my arm stamina now. What I could do is flank around the back. Gives them an opportunity to loot and dip though. What do we think? I think we try for a flank around the back. I can't really... Oh, you know what we can do? We can do this. I don't know what the range of the new headsets is, but... can try this. Yeah, if you're wearing a real headset, you don't get that ringing. Right, let's try and speed ourselves along. Don't want to get caught, but at the same time, need to be fast. Unless the sound was just from somewhere, like... Sure, they got shot from down here, though. Definitely. That's still the dead guy. What is that? This is kind of odd. Being honest, I'm not sure where these people have gone. Like, they've not looted the kills, I don't think. Unless he died as well. Hold up a sec. Let me just quickly check long line. We had 5 to do. Yeah, so I didn't kill him. Could have run into where you were. I mean, maybe. Now I'm paranoid. They're in the walls. Where the hell are they? I have to go downstairs along the wall towards gas. I don't know. This is weird. Yoga, how are you doing so far? What do you think of the audio? I think it's good. It's going to take a bit of getting used to, but I think it's good. Maybe switch positions. I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, this probably won't count as mall, I agree. But I'm more just intrigued to figure out where this guy is. And these dudes are just like all unlooted. Jesus. Where is that guy? Don't think I can see through there very well. Roof power. I don't think he's on the roof of... I don't think he's necessarily up there. How much painkiller have we got left? 115. Well, this is a bad position, so what we're going to try to do... Can't get down there. There's up to roof. Yeah, it could literally be anywhere, this guy. Oh. Step to the right. Who's up there? Giga be dead already? I just don't know. I can't like peek out and just like take aim at these guys on my right hand side because I've got this dude covering me on the right, on the left, sorry. Don't think there's anybody up on here. I really don't. Could be in the window, maybe? Hmm. Hmm. What is going on here? Now this shot's over here. That should just be Scav. Just replace this. Make sure. Oh, I need to actually replace my 50. Let's do that. Let's be past second floor. I just like don't see how there's any way. Yeah, long line is only in the building, but we were just kind of like seeing what we could do. Some tree, maybe. Back inside for 8 for him. Gotta be careful. I'm gonna like start running out of stamina soon. I'm gonna have to go in to get something to drink. Interchange is popping off? Yeah, today it really is. Yeah, troopers are really expensive because of the slick barter, for sure. You know, we're going to pre-pain. We're going to go and get some food from Interchange Mall, and then we're going to come back. It's nice when you're wearing a headset that you don't get the ring anymore. Oh, nice. Ring-a-ding-ding. Right, where's the food? Condensed milk, that's just money, that's not food. Vita juice, I guess that'll do. Let's start. That one. A packet of freaking croutons. Well. Oh, there's a proper food there, actually. Tarkov suddenly turned into a survival game, guys. Maybe on top of the crane? Oh, that's true. Yeah, it could be up there. That's a good shout, actually. Oh, taken out. Wasted. I think it was a scav, but even still. Eat the sprats, let's go! Nothing like a delicious can of fish. Applying balm right to the face. No wonder I'm hungry. Oh, it's very random, isn't it? So was this guy a scav? PMC? He must have been a scav, surely. Yeah. Scavvy McScavmus. A big battery. No wonder he was heavy. Poor man was probably just trying to complete his quest. Oh, a lab's access card. Would you look at that? Do you remember when that game into the game and everybody, it just like scared everybody like every time anyone dropped any item? It was hilarious. Fun. Oh, it's another... Oh, no, it's peas. Right, let's go. Back over this way. I mean, maybe they've looted all the stuff now. I don't know, but we'll see. Everyone, everywhere, all at once. Yeah, it's just an interchange raid. Time is it? Oh gosh, we should be finishing up actually soon. Well, we got Emacom and the car. Okay, well, let's see what we can do. I know it's really foggy to know when you think the next wipe. I think it'll be in, let's say, at least a month, 4 weeks. I think it'll probably be, my guess is 6 weeks' time, mid-July. That's my guesstimate. Whoa! I'm not very healthy. I should have done this behind the crate, really. Get these heels on. Was he on the floor prone? He was. Yo.
Love your content. Keep up the great work. How did you come up with Gigabeat? Does it mean anything?
Doesn't mean anything in particular. It was a big in-joke with a bunch of friends a long time ago. It just kind of became a thing, and yeah, I combined it with another game. A name in another game. There's a dude called Gigabyte. Where is our guy going to be, do you think? Kind of we didn't push? I agree. Can we get that? No. I don't think he went all the way this way, though. I just don't think he did. Like, where, how does he keep appearing out of nowhere? We're gonna have to do the long flank, my friends. He's not on the roof of power. He isn't. He definitely isn't. Do I have another? No. Having a rough day by PMC? Yeah, for sure. Dominic's not looking good. No, I know. Maybe we heal that. We do have the technology. Let's just do that. Come on. Exactly. Surgery skill grind, indeed. I wish I had an SJ6 now. God. God damn the arm. My arm is so scuffed. Right. Oh my god, guys. The most ridiculous interchange raid I've ever played. Yeah, he's managed to loot everybody. Ah, man. Should I just stayed? Where's he gone? What? Oh, come off it. Come off it. Really? Really? Come on, man. Come on. I'm going to report him. I don't know. It could be legit. I'm not sure. I have no idea. But we've got to report him. We can't not at that point. Like, that's like the biggest flank of all time. Maybe he was just like, yeah, he's probably gone there. I don't know. But that's like the most sus thing I've seen in a while. Like, we got to try. Look, if it's pure, if that's actual skill, fair play, totally deserves it. What a god gamer, like, for sure. But I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. That's the thing. I just, like, you can't tell, but the suspicions are super high. I need to turn my back for a second. What the hell happened? I don't know. I don't know where he was. I'm not sure. I have no clue. I don't know. Anyway, guys, that is all we have time for today. I know that was an insane last raid. That was actually fantastic. So thank you all for being here with me for that. It was really, really good. So I will be back tomorrow. Same time, we're going to be finishing off these last couple of kills. I mean, how many do you actually need to do? We've got... yeah, still got 5 more. Still got 5 more, but that's fine. All right. All good. It's all good. So, in the meanwhile, let us go and find a place to go and read the beep. Let's go and say hi to Velian. He's a friendly chap. We'll go and say hi to him. But yes, I'll be back on tomorrow. Hopefully all of you will be able to come by. Otherwise, if not, then have a great sort of middle of the week. I'll have a nice new guide out on Wednesday, which is going to be about how to sort of join a wipe, like mid, or if you're like mid or late wipe, or if you're like you're just kind of like coming back to Tarkov, you want a bit of practice, but you're low level, and you want to like get in, you know, get more into the game, get more out of the game. It's basically like for 0 to like 25 level-ish players, something like that. But either which way, you'll see it on Wednesday. So until then, peace out, and I'll be back tomorrow. And otherwise, have a good time. Catch you later, guys. Bye bye.